All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Valhalla League. We're in week 8 out of 9 before our fun playoffs. So we're getting pretty close. My name is Black Mage VV, and I am joined by Mr. Scopey. How are you doing, Scopey? I hope I pronounced that right.
You did, you did.
Okay, cool.
Just don't
Okay.
pronounce it like the parentheses, because that is not correct, which is why it
Okay.
is there.
All right. Gotcha.
Long story, I don't even remember who it was. They attempted to spell my name and somehow messed up an A with an S. So, but yeah, I'm
It was
doing all
probably
right.
it's probably Joe. That guy's a clown. I'm kidding.
Oh, we're already into picks and
Oh
bands.
wow, that was
I'm
quick.
actually, yeah, I'm actually really excited for this set. These are two pretty good teams. I'm not surprised by that Artemis ban, by the way. But these are two really good Loki teams. I think Jay is out for the rest of the year due to military leave, and
Yes.
I don't remember. Give me like 2 seconds. I don't remember off the top of my head who their mid laner is. I knew the other day.
Well, while you look that up, I'll go since we're pretty close to playoffs and seeding's becoming a very big important thing. So yeah, just to see who makes it through who gets placed in the gauntlet, who gets the buy into playoffs. So top 6 teams is kind of what you're looking for if you don't want to play in the gauntlet at all. And right now, far out is 4-3, so it looks like they are in the top half, and Going Ghost is 5-2, so very close. So this is actually very important because if Going Ghost gets this, it looks like they're pretty much guaranteed to be in playoffs. While far out, if they don't, might have to go through the gauntlet. So it's just definitely an important game for these two.
I would agree. Their new mid laner, it looks like they moved Kairos from the jungle. At least last week, that's what they did. It might be different this week, but yeah, it looks like they moved Kairos into mid from the jungle.
Okay,
Yeah.
got a little bit of a roster switch, which a little unfortunate. That could definitely stir things up. But sometimes those roster switches end up being better. But I want to talk about some of these picks and bans. As hold on, I realize I'm not even watching.
Well, Going
Uh,
Ghost got Morgan
yeah,
Le Fay.
I'm here.
The top six are Odin, Tiamat, Raijin,
I
Gilgamesh,
got it. I got it.
Persephone. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you. All
You're
right. So
welcome.
pretty standard bans. Morgan Le Fay though. So I haven't really kept up too much of a lot of the Loki games. Is Morgan Le Fay prioritized heavily in Loki division right now?
No, it's
Okay.
really team. Yeah, it's really team specific.
Okay.
Some of the mid laners know how to. Some of the mid laners do not. It's kind of the same thing with Tiamat. It
Okay.
really just depends on the mid.
So personally, I think Morgan Le Fay is just all right. I think she's fine. I think she can work, but I do not think she is this top pick that some people are treating her as. However, since I know in lower divisions, some of these more meta picks aren't as sickly as prevalent. And ooh, a Baba Yaga pick right away. That's interesting. The Osiris makes sense. Osiris, one of the best characters in the game right
Actually,
now. But
a-
ooh,
and I actually think Osiris is really good into Morgan Le Fay.
mhm.
The big thing with the Morgan Le Fay is if you just pick a team to kind of collapse on her, she doesn't really do as well. Which is why, like, I think I would have rather than being first picked play for that Persephone instead of banning the Persephone.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The Osiris, though, this is a dirty pickup. I mean, like I mentioned before, Osiris is one of the best characters in the game right now, one of the best junglers and solo laners. So you got that super strong flex potential, and they get you Moja as well. While Going Ghost locks in the Heimdall Athena. Look at the top three. Well, how do you feel?
It depends on where that Athena goes for me personally. I like the Umoja and the Osiris. I'm not a big fan of picking Baba Yaga early.
Mhm.
Um, if that's an Athena jungle, I definitely like the top three out of Going Ghost more. But if that's an Athena support, I actually have to lean towards Far Out because I know that that's an Osiris jungle. Um, I'm a really really good friend with Jordan, and Jordan's not a big fan of playing Osiris. So I definitely think that's an Osiris jungle for Far
Okay.
Out for sure. So
Makes sense. I mean, Cyrus Jungle, very strong. And they ban away, speaking of jungles, Fenrir and Tsukiyomi getting banned away from far out. And then Hunbats on side of Going Ghost. Interesting. I mean, I don't think Hunbats is bad by any means. Actually, that actually does make sense because Hunbats is a strong. I think Hunbats does really well to what they have drafted here. Um, but yeah, Athena. You mentioned it could be go jungle or support. I also think it could go solo. We have seen Athena's been put in solo. I think it's a very niche pick, but it works when
I I think
properly
it's
played.
actually so personally, I think with Athena, jungle and solo are her 2 best roles right now. Um, and I personally think it's solo for me. You get a lot of free farm. You don't have to worry about anything. So like if you build teleport and you can pretty much, teleport wherever you want with your ult to help with the team fight. You easier access to the gold fury, and then you can just TP back to your lane if things get washed. So I think personally her best role is solo. Um, I just I just to me, I think that's an Athena jungle
Ooh.
personally.
Oh, yes.
This is my
uh,
favorite.
all right. Well, it's not very unknown at this point, but I have loved Cerberus and Comp ever since God forever ago, and Cerberus is one of my favorite and best picks. So I'm always super excited to see a Cerberus. I think Cerberus is definitely a top solo laner right now. Also has that support flex, but obviously with Umoja, that's not going to be the case. So we're going to see the Cerberus solo, and it's from my own org. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored. Unfortunately, I did not get to play it today because Jungle Skogs are a bunch of poop heads. But that's
I
that's
love
difficult.
I
That's
love these. Uh,
oh, we might have a technical difficulty. Uh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Just got word from our production, which, by the way, I didn't introduce is Mister the Captain. He is our not caster. My apologies. Our
Hello
spectator and the
there.
production guy today. So yes, want to give him a shout out. I was gonna shout out the people doing not the talking.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes, the real champs. I'm a really big fan of the Cerberus
Oh.
solo. I think, personally, again, I mean, might just be biased because I love playing Cerberus solo. I think
Mhm.
he's a better solo than he is a support. Like I said, I think that's just biased because I like playing him in solo. But
Oh,
I
me
would
too.
agree. I think he is definitely one of the top solo laners right now, for sure.
Oh, that's for the mod. Mercury Kukulin here, the round out going ghost draft. Kukulin fallen off quite heavily since he's got his nerfs, since the meta just kind of changed around. Still solid. He does what he does. He still bullies the lane, but he just lost. He's not as strong as he was. But Mercury, I think, is a solid pick.
I think
And then
Mercury is a solid pick.
Izanami to round out the far out draft. All right, we got the full drafts here completed. Who if you had a bet like $5, who would you give it to?
I I really like I like a lot of the picks on Far Out, but I think the team fight potential of the Going Ghosts is just nasty. If they can pull off their team comp well with the Merc and the Cucullin just straight diving, that pretty much just allows this Heimdall and Morgan Le Fay to free cast. And I I'd have to give it to Going Ghost. As much
All
as I
right.
love Cerberus solo and I want to support the Cerberus solo, I like the team fight of Going Ghost better.
You know what? That's very fair. I personally gonna have to give it to far out. Now I'm not biased just because it's not my org, but I think far out just drafted a team that just plays better and that than going ghost does. I both drafts are fine actually, but I think far out just is gonna have the better team fight when we get to that stage. However, far out needs to make sure that they let this Baba farm and let this Baba be safe until she can get to the point where she can just dump the crazy damage that she does have. So we'll have to see if that's what far out does here.
I will agree that I think come even though Mercury is a super late game god, I think come late game, as long as they can shut down this Mercury, that Far Out has a very nasty team fight with the Yamoja ult into the Baba ult with the Cerberus ult as well. So
Should be very interesting here. Someone in chat did say that there's a massive front line here from far out, which is true. I mean, yeah, the three tanks. But granted, I think Emoji definitely does better at just sitting back and peeling. But still, she's a tanky girl, and all that healing, that's always very frustrating to deal with.
I do like the dive of the Osiris and the Cerberus, which is why I think the Yamoja is such a good pick because she just can kind of do that, right? She can just peel for the carries, heal them up, not really worry about anything while Osiris and Cerberus just run at this Morgan Le Fay.
Nice little, the classic portal to make sure you get the lane slightly faster strategy. Classic Heim stuff.
They actually got there almost at the exact same
I
time
know,
too.
which is actually kind of, which is
His
actually kind of crazy
his
thinking about it.
Anami autos go burr.
Oh yeah, that's I mean, there was one time they were talking about and there was an interview with the devs, and they were talking about when they make new hunters and they test them out. What they always do is make sure that their lane clear is not better than Izanami's. That's something that they always say is that they always want Izanami to have like the best, just easy lane clear with their autos, which I thought was very interesting design choice. But
Yeah, I think the new Hunter's auto attack chain is actually pretty decent clear as well. I mean, granted, I haven't played the new Hunter, so I don't know, but just looking at it, it looked like it'd be pretty efficient wave clear. I'm interested to see. Can we look at the items real quick? Oh wow, Motion
oh
getting
jeez,
first blood real early.
yeah, that was well, that's Osiris for you, man. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's solo or jungle. His he's gonna bully you early, and Mercury definitely not the god you want to fight as early. But nice blink taunt right on to this this Nami, but the beautiful Riptide from Yomoja will secure that one, and going Ghost get a kill here in the duo lane.
There's a really nice blink taunt by Speedy there.
You know what? I just realized the Riptide killed.
It did, yeah. I
Oh
wasn't
my
listen.
goodness.
I wasn't gonna say anything. It did.
Oh, that's my apologies. My brain just saw the Riptide and figured, hey, that was a good CC, but never mind. That was that that was an unfortunate teammate play there. Yeah, Wild Turkey here, probably not feeling that great. Probably apologizing a lot right now, but you know what? Mistakes happen. It's just like Ymir while on your own team. Well, granted, you can destroy the wall now, but um,
That's really
also
good for this blue side duo, though. You want to try to get this Heimdall ahead early because he's going to struggle in the early game against an Izzo with the lane clear that she does have.
Also, something to point out. Apparently, not the format. I don't know what the word is, but the display on stream is a little slightly cut off. We don't see the little blue triangle alts, which isn't the biggest deal, but it is something to keep in mind. Um, and there's something with your resolution. I'm assuming.
Well, in case anybody's wondering, the only side of Far Out that has an alt right now is the Cerberus, and as I said, that Motion did tick over to level 5 as well as this Guzzie, so now there's 3. Everybody except for Speedy on the blue side have alts. So the duo lane is behind on the Far Out side.
That's fine. So we're gonna just keep an eye on dual lane while Captain takes it out. So unfortunate, just running
Seth
into
is gonna
technical
fall in
difficulties.
mid.
But yeah, Cerberus though getting the solo kill onto Nuclear over there in the solo lane, and well, that's what Cerberus does. And Motion killing Morgan Le Fay. I mean, that's what we were talking about. Osiris diving Morgan, like Morgan's best. You know, I mean, granted, she has pretty solid self peel, but yeah, Osiris is just gonna make sure you don't you don't get that off in time. So
I'm really happy to see the solo kill over there in the solo lane. If you can shut down a Cucullin pretty early, he has a really hard time diving once he's behind. Jordan getting himself a nice 1 level lead. I'm
yeah.
interested to see what the Morgan Le Fay is building into there. I would imagine that's a coin, but I almost feel like you can justify a Chronos pennant early, spamming
Mhm.
the self peel like you said, especially knowing that Motion's going to be diving you.
Oh,
As we look at a blue buff
yeah.
or a blue buff, a purple buff invade.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Motion feeling nice, you know, about how he's been playing so far. Looking for his purple invade, which should be successful here since doing a pretty solid job of zoning them out. And doesn't look like Kyberr has the one ready to steal it away. So Yamoja will just take that away, and Far Out are probably pretty happy about this exchange.
So it's a really good understanding from Motion too that he needs to relieve some of that pressure in duo because they were behind. And it looks like they're now even with that invade and getting their own purple as well. Ooh,
Ooh.
Motion got picked out over by the Gold Scorp. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of low. Now, okay, so I see him go into the crushers here. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of this. Crushers, it's okay right now. But how strong stone cutting is, especially on Osiris. I would have loved to have seen that for this
I think
Osiris pick, but
I agree. I think if you're not going stone cutting, like the only other viable route you could go is the Iqbal early.
oh yeah, they fall too. Yep.
But I definitely think stone cutting is just better in my opinion.
Well, we're gonna watch some minions fight each other real quick while Captain's trying to figure it out.
This is the cap special. Nothing
Oh
happening.
yeah.
We're watching minions fighting.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. I don't. It's super weird how it is cut off like that. I don't know why. So I guess what we can do, Captain, is honestly it's unfortunate, but just for game one, I guess we could just continue on. We'll me all right, me and Scopey just can just just cast with what we got and just tell everybody who's
Well,
altar up if we
yeah,
if
I was gonna say I can see the alts, so
yeah, we could see them. It's just stream. It's not cut off on our end. It's cut off on stream's end. So it's something with OBS. Anyway, let's just continue. We'll work on the stuff later. It's not like the stream's ruined. It's just a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got. But another kill here from Mercury onto Izanami.
yeah, he alted.
Yeah.
That's the what I was gonna say. That's the one thing with this Merc, is he can just pick a lane and be like, I'm gonna be there right now, and hit 4, and he's there, and Afro falls. He also didn't use his beads either.
Ooh, Osiris though getting into a little brawl with him, but not
Not-
winning this exchange. Teamfight going out, nice ult to get out of there. Morgan the fight does not finish off. Here comes the house, throwing fireballs. Why not? Home sweet home. No kills here, but
That
some pretty
was
low health bars and lots of ults used.
that was
Which
such a sick riptide by that Yamoja. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they all clustered right there, and Turkey did a really good job helping that Osiris ult. Because if he'd have just ulted, he would have ulted right into that Morgan Le Fay and would have died. But Turkey pushed him back towards the tower, and he ulted out.
and just for the people, the ults that are still up are the ones that were not in that fight. So everyone ulted there.
Except for Speedy. Speedy didn't ult. It's the only one that didn't ult. The
Oh
Athena
yeah,
did
Speed's
not
not
ult.
ult.
Yeah.
So there you go. Gotta give your alt update. But right now, we got pretty even game. Only 300 gold going the way of going Ghost. That's nothing really. I mean, 10. We're getting close to 10 minutes here. No scorpions have been taken either though. So
It looks like Motion, as you say that, is
yeah,
prioritizing the gold score, which I actually like on the side of Far Out because of the Izanami and the Baba Yaga. They have they have a really good opportunity to sneak gold if Going Ghost isn't paying attention.
yeah, absolutely. That's pretty huge, especially like you said with just that shred they have. Cerberus got this lead over here in solo.
He's not getting totem though. He's got about a level. I think it might be closer to a level and a half. And he's very unkillable to this Cullen right now with that tyrannical play home. I think that's what it's called. I know it's tyrannical. I
Yep.
don't know the
No.
yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Going to time, the oh my goodness, why can't I think the start name? The vamp shroud to tyrannical helm. Very classic Cerberus start. You can also go to the fighter's mask into like axe and then into whatever you want. There's a lot of starts you can do, which is actually refreshing. But yeah, it looks like the Cyrus is on his way over here to gank nuclear. Nuclear a little bit low. Unfortunately, I think Captain's trying to fix this thing, so we won't be able to see it. But we can watch the mini map, see how this goes. Nuclear recognizes the gank. And oh, there we go. We got switched over.
It looks like this is going to be a really good blue buff invade. They know Speedy's ult's down because of that engagement over by the purple, and
Ooh.
Nuclear might fall. They don't see this two-man rotation, though. They're going to pick up one.
Yeah, the Osiris ult and Lord of the Afterlife does connect. It actually makes Mercury super low. Can't even heal anything. And
really good dash.
yeah, and the red buff, blue buff, my apologies, will go the way to far out. So that was a very successful blue buff invade.
It was very clean. They got the pick, they got the buff, and then knew when it was time to get out of dodge. So
Heck yeah, I mean, that's what you want when you're solo. You want to have that lead so you can rotate earlier than your opponent and just be more effective in these fights. So, and like you mentioned earlier, Kukala, not the best god to be, falling behind on.
and he
One of
is now
those,
2 levels down, too.
yeah, definitely hurts. Not sure how I feel about the Thorns pickup from Cerberus, though. I feel like, I mean, especially with Athena taunt, just beads.
They
Beads
have
are
a
so
lot of...
strong right now.
Yeah, I was going to say with the... Oh! Looks like we're fighting over the Gold Fury, and Mercury did pick up motion there. I would like to see... Speedy's ult's almost up. I'd like to see them try to pull gold.
Yeah, actually, I think that would be a solid play. Just judging, Cerberus isn't rotating at the moment, so you don't have to worry about him coming in. But unfortunately, the team's pretty split right now, so I don't think a goal call is gonna happen here.
I would agree, though. The beads pickup would have been a lot better out of that Cerberus. They have a lot of CC on this Going Ghost comp. I like the idea with the Thorns. Merc's going to go crit. High Mottos go Burr as well. So I like the idea of the Thorns. I think beads would have been much better for him.
It's just gonna make your dive a lot safer. If you dive in and then get taunted, you can just beads it to continue being a menace or whatever. So, but Thorns, like I said, does have its use. So yeah, the Mercury might kill himself if Mercury's not careful on Thorns, but we'll definitely have to see. Merc definitely getting that crit. Hope to see a spectral come out from the Cerberus and Yomoja eventually.
I would
So
have liked to seen. I was actually thinking about that now that you say that. I would have liked to have seen the spectral and the breastplate. I know it's early, but the earlier you get the anti crit, the better. And now he's kind of pigeonholed into only building one magical defense and then that spectral. And I'm imagining he's going to go Pridwin in this next slot. And he has to follow that up with the spectral because by that time Merc will have the Wind Demon done, most likely working
oh,
into his Deathbringer.
solo kill over here for the Afro. Was that? 'Cause, yeah,
Yeah,
it just looks weird on the game, but it's Afro. Okay, I see how it is.
it looks even weirder in game.
So Afro gets solo kill. I mean, that's just kind of what Izanami does sometimes. Izanami, I've always said Izanami's trash, and she's been trash for a very long time. But I do think she's actually a solid pick right now. I don't think she's great, but I think she's solid. So, unfortunately, because I never like saying I don't like saying that about Izanami because I think she's a stupid god. But
I don't like that everybody hates my 2 favorite hunters whenever they're in the meta. Makes me sad.
Who's the other one?
Scotty.
Mm, no,
Yeah, kinda.
god. Oh, he
Well,
got ulted.
alright.
Yeah, camera switched right on someone who just got high ulted. I'm assuming. No, Athena
Yep.
ulted. That's why.
That's a really good Athena ult
Something I
too.
don't. Oh yeah.
Saving Nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to
Yeah.
point out, Afro now has about a level and a half on this Heim, who had the early level lead too. So good stuff to Afro farming up.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going into crit right here, which I do not like. Izanami with Silver Branch is just so strong. I just feel like why would you go into crit right here? But we'll have to see. I'm assuming it's gonna be a rage. Hopefully it's not like a Deathbringer, but we'll have to see. But far out.
Just like I said.
Utilizing that lead they got, getting the gold fairy now. That gold lead's about 1.5k for them. So, woohoo!
Because he had to ult there. He's doing big. Well, that Merc's about half.
Yeah, unfortunately, those fireballs are not gonna catch up to Merc. It's Mr. Speedy Boy, especially when he's got that stone cunning up. Also, woohoo! Alt timers are back for stream. Yay! We got
Good job, Cap. Good job, Cap.
Yeah. That's our production. So solo here has a pretty solid lead, but jungle actually definitely favoring going ghost. Every other lane's, I guess, besides support, is pretty close. So very interesting to see that Faro seem to have the advantage, but maybe level wise going. Can we look at the graphs? I'm kind of curious. I want to see how they. Okay, so I guess it's still favoring Far Out, but experience pretty even. Oh, well.
Merc ult.
Yep.
Merc ult.
That's Mercury for you. Now you gotta. That's one of the most frustrating things to deal with is when against a Mercury is you just that all, especially when it's across the lane. Oh, it's so dirty.
Other than this this huge lead in solo, um, it's a pretty even game. I mean, going ghost is about a K down, but I really do feel like most of that is on the solo side of the map. I mean, it's mid solo when you think about it. Solo's got a 2-level lead, mid's got a 2-level lead. Everybody else except for the supports are pretty even.
So we actually see the bulk work picked up here from Cerberus. Bulk work getting buffed in this most recent patch, going from 60 to 80 protections, and then the passive now actually gives you health based off of your maximum, or not your maximum health. Yeah, I believe your maximum health instead of just health per level like it used to do. So bulk work pretty good right now.
Been being picked up a lot in the SPL as well. I'm not surprised.
But I still think a Spectral would have been better because you're not. Yeah, you got the Thorns, but that's a relic. Spectral will at least weaken these crits for you a lot.
I'm assuming he's going into a Magus now as well.
Oh, I didn't even think about the fact he had Tyrannical Helm, so he had double physical. So maybe actually, yeah, unfortunate. I think going triple physical would not have been the play. So never mind. Forget my criticism. I just need to pay more attention. I got Tyrannical. Oh, the Pyromancer fight going on here. Going Ghost. Do secure it. Cerberus ult was used, but nothing much is going to happen. Merc ults for just to get out, and just like that, Going Ghost get the objective and are going to back out and now take the lead.
It was a really clean pyro by Going Ghost. They forced out Turkey's ult a little too early, as well as Jordan's, and the only thing you lose out of that is Nuclear's ult, which is on a pretty low cooldown. I mean, it did get nerfed recently, but it's a lot lower than Turkey's ult, and Mercury did have to ult. But overall, that was a really good pyro fight for Going Ghost, who would now have about, I think it's like a 500 gold lead, roughly.
Can we go back to items? I want to take a little peek at something. Okay, yep, Spear of Desolation here from Turkey. Yeah, that we do see it a lot in SPL, and I don't think it's a terrible play. But when you're already behind the Athena, I do not think it is necessarily the best option. But here we do see a gank here. Mercury and Heim just shredding Izanami. Heim using his passive to locate Izanami. But unfortunately, are not going to actually be able to secure this kill as nice rotation here from the Baba Yaga and the Emoja. And now, Mercury's in the bad spot. Home Sweet Home comes in, but then Heimdallr just goes right into there. Or no, oh, that's Athena. My apologies. I got to full screen this because I cannot see this as well. But it won't let me
This Heimdall needs to play super safe. He used his beads and his Aegis before that rotation came through. I'd like to see Far Out group up around this Gold Fury again. They know that Heim doesn't have his actives, and Afro has both of his. So, I mean, Guzzie's ult's down, but Turkey's is back up, Motion's is back up. I'd like to see Afro back and go straight to gold.
Sorry, I was just fixing my Discord because it wouldn't let me full screen it, but I got it now, so now I can actually see things a bit more clear, which is very helpful. So, let's go. Mark? So, I do see Morgan does not really have much pen online. I mean, you got the Charon's coin, but you don't have any flat. And with that book pickup, there's definitely not going to be any flat here either. I definitely think Morgan here needs to pick up some flat pen. Honestly, a Divine Rune, I don't know why that's not picked up yet with the Emoji healing.
I'd have liked to seen that instead of the soul gem. I'm
yeah.
assuming the book tree she's going into is most likely a soul reaver. But I think if you go divine soul gem, then soul reaver.
Yeah, looks like there's gonna be a pause here because either we're crashing or someone was lagging, so they had to
Looked like
pause.
Speedy was lagging there for a second. He was having a hard time grouping up those minions. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm assuming that's what we got here. We'll have to take a look and see. I'm gonna check Discord real quick to see if we got any. Oh, I am too. Okay, or my Discord won't load.
I like the cinematic view of Cucullin walking up with the lane minions.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yep. Okay, so it looks like they're saying the servers are having issues. I hope they didn't crash. Okay, no, they're on pause. All right. All right. Pause on the. Wait, what? Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Taunt right in onto Cyrus. Cyrus in a really bad spot. Does actually get all away.
Oh,
Nuke.
you hate
Oh,
to see it.
oh, but Mercury though trying to go for it,
He
but
did
isn't
get
gonna get it.
Athena ulted.
Cerberus missing the ult too. What the heck is going on? Yeah. No, Captain, you're trolling.
Technical
Oh,
difficulties all the way around.
jeez.
It looks like a clean wash of that fight, though. Afro's been chipping away at this Gold Fury the whole time. Turkey's about to come up and heal him up, but it looks like Going Ghost knows that this is happening. Gold Fury's half HP. And Far Out did secure the Gold Fury. Big fight. Seth is taking a lot of damage to the Bob ult. Jordan picks up the kill. Looks like everybody else should be just disengaging. It looks like Far Out's going to push this T1 tower.
I'm trying to remember what the freaking command is because Captain seems to be struggling to get it.
He is very much struggling. Have you clicked that little button next to the assisted thing by chance?
There's
So anyways, it looks
oh
like
my
Far
god,
Out
this
managed
is just
to
ridiculous.
it looks like Far Out managed to secure the Gold Fury and take a T1 tower in left after picking up the kill on Seth.
There's a hotkey for it. That's how you pressed it. I just forgot what it is. Anyway, sorry, God, this has just been a rough time. But nice little Riptide here onto Nuclear, but a nice ult
And he
also trying to
walks.
peel for him, but he's just too low, and he's gonna fall. Right now, I mean, Going Ghosts are not teaming or not grouping up like they should be. And Osiris, Lord of the Afterlife, right on top of Mercury.
Himself.
Mercury has ult just in case, but he'll be able to dash away and he'll
This
be
is
all
a good
right.
call by Far Out. That's actually what I was going to say is they were pathing right before Motion decided to ult. I'd like to see them just go straight fire instead of pulling the pyro. They're just grouping much better than Going Ghost is right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, look what happens when you group up, guys. Far Out, take the Fire Giant, and are now in a pretty great spot, getting the Pyromancer as well. Now we'll have to see how they utilize this Fire Giant, because one thing I do notice a lot with Loki and specifically Rat Division is just poor poor, I don't know what the word I'm trying to use is, utilization of the Fire Giant buff. They just make some weird choices, and then sometimes they just don't get what they should. Like, it's not. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll point it out if I see it.
I
But
will agree. You see in like the lower divisions, you know, the Loki and Rat divisions that They don't group up as much. They're very spread out. They don't utilize the fire giant as well as they should. Where you see more in like the Thor and Odin division, you know, they get fire. They start at Tower X and just work their way through. I definitely think with a fire giant at 23 minutes, you know, you're just trying to extend that lead you already have in gold and XP. Take most of the farm on their side of the map. Take all the towers. You're not really worried about phoenixes unless there's a huge misplay from going ghost here. But I'd like to see ghost who have the jogger. I'd like to see them pick either the mid T2 or the right T2 to defend, and you just soft defend. There's no need to overcommit.
Yeah, I mean, with going ghost, they're actually not that far behind. So, like you said, they can kind of soft defend some of these towers. But we'll have to see. I just think right now with far out, they're just, well, like I said, group better, and they have just a bit stronger of a team fight. So we'll definitely have to see what going ghost does. But if they can kind of like pick someone off here, like if Athena can get like a nasty taunt onto somebody that's out of position, that'd be pretty nice. But looks like far out's positioned themselves pretty well to not have that happen. Oh, well, and here comes the big ol' server assault. Only picks up one, does pick up speeds, I believe, from Morgan. Yomoja ult used as well to try to zone off, but they're actually struggling to siege this tower right now. With 3 ult. Oh, wait. Here comes home sweet home. That's going to force them to go back. They don't want to deal with the fire, but Yomoja's super low. It actually might fall here. Will fall to Seth. A bit of rough of a siege there, but they still at least get the tower, but with their support gone, and with 3 ultimates still on the side of going ghosts, they can definitely hard defend this tier 2 and right.
I like this this understanding from far out too. Just go farm up your jungle. You lost turkey. Hard reset. They should have fire by the time turkey spawns. And I'd like to see them go gold into setting up for the next fire to try to take that right side tower and then walk them over to the left side to take that left side phoenix. That was a really good T2 tower defense by going ghost.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that they held 3 ult is crazy to me. I mean, obviously Athena ult maybe not the most useful thing in that situation, but like that was intense. Like I'm just thinking of what they would have accomplished if they actually did utilize all their ults. Maybe they could have got a second pick, but
I think Seth needs to be a little less stingy with his ult. He's got the Chronos Pennant and the Soul Gem. I feel like they definitely could have picked up Jordan as well if he had ulted in that defense.
To be honest, I don't think I've seen him ult all game. I'm sure he probably has at least once, but in pretty much every engagement we've watched with him, I don't believe he's ulted. So I agree. I think just it's better to use the ult than to never use the ult. Like it's better to use the ult at a bad time than never use it whenever, especially when you should be using it. So, oh, that was always. I remember when I was first learning this game. That was always my biggest struggle. I would always hold on to ult, no matter what. Unless they got like the perfect ult. You just gotta realistically, you're never gonna have that. So I hope that's not what he's waiting for, is like a big 5-man where you can hit all 5 of them, because I'm sorry.
I think the only person you really do that on is Scylla. Otherwise, you have the 4 button, use it.
Yeah, especially because it gives you a big chunk of lifesteal. I mean, maybe he's waiting until he gets the passive setup from the I forgot what they called the passive on her, but
I think it's runes.
Is it runes? Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
positive.
runes or whatever the heck they are. I unless he's waiting until he has them, but
see, I'm a firm believer that no alt is a bad alt. It's about as useless as a chocolate fighter.
Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. This cast is out of control now. Fire giant spawning. Both teams are grouped up here. Finally, far out.
This is a really bad pull by far out. They didn't use the time that they took to walk in the going ghost side of the jungle to ward. Ghosts have a lot of wards on their side of the map.
Oh yeah, they're ready. They're gonna take the pyro and.
I misread. I misread the ward coverage. That is far out ward coverage. My bad.
Oh, that's okay. There we go.
Yes. I'm blind. I need the assistance cap. Thank you.
Anyway, it looks like they are gonna go for Scorp here. Just take what they can get. But a Cerberus does blink and does not use the ult. Yeah, it does get taunted. Kukulkan though with a 3-man knockup on the back line. We got split fights over here. Kukulkan trying to take out 3 of them by himself with Kyberr, but then they get to work out very well as they're both getting absolutely shredded and they're forced to retreat. And now Speedy has to blink out of this situation. Full health though, pretty healthy, should be okay. Mercury though, oh well, dash away and Cerberus misreading where Mercury's gonna go and no picks. I mean, 3 ults used by Going Ghost and 2 by Far Out, but and I guess he got an Aegis and a Beads, but wow, that not much has been used.
Jordan's doing a really good job of zoning.
Oh, they decided not to wait for the EFG and just decided to just take it when they can get it and go. That's the worst call. I mean, that's I guess. Well, actually, with all their word vision, they would have saw that they only had one person close to them.
No,
so.
They didn't see Seth. Yeah, they didn't see Seth. Seth wrapped around to the backside of the fire giant pit, but he didn't choose to ult, which is weird.
I figured he would have. I figured he would have been spot on that word right by the harpy. But
I don't like this positioning by this Merc. You have ult. Why not just sit at your Phoenix? Ult them under the tower. He's not half HP.
Speaking of ult, Nuclear does come in with a big ol' 3-man ult. Does take a lot of damage for it though. Unfortunately, not much setup here. Ooh, Yomoja though, big ol'. Oh, it's blocking 2 members. And then Mercury ults through his own teammates, but he's in a bad spot now. But the tower still lives, and Mercury's actually gonna get out just fine. But he is pretty low, and this does give an opening here for Far Out. But nice damage onto them. This tower siege is, they're just going. Just putting up a fight, but a home sweet home with the Cerberus ult might not let them be so safe here. As finally, 1 kill happens. Whew, and now Far Out is going to look here for the Phoenix Siege. The bird is going down. I mean, you got Izanami with Fire Giant. Yeah, that thing ain't going to live. So
I think this is just GG. I don't know why they're taking this mid Phoenix.
I don't blame them, to be honest. They only have Athena down, and they struggled to even get that tower with 5 of them. So with 4 of them up, I think that's pretty risky, especially with both Seth and Kyberr having ults. I
still haven't seen Seth ult. He didn't ult in that entire engagement.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not sure. I guess they're gonna push up the wave. That's fine. They do have Oni Fury, so I'd like to see them do it here. Is depending if they, if they get enough picks and just end. But if they don't, get this and go get Oni. Honestly, but nice. I knew they're again. They're actually getting a lot of damage, but unfortunately, just no follow up for him. And Seth, dies and doesn't even use the ultimate. I don't think there was a single ult used this entire game. To be honest, I might have to watch it back, but at least not in the last like 15 minutes. So that's pretty rough. And now they decide they're gonna back up, play it safe.
Yeah, motion's low. Mercury has ult.
I mean,
take Oni, reset.
Too, so. Yeah.
Yep, take Oni, reset, run it down left. They still have fire for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, they could. Ooh!
He stole that!
Mercury! Like, that's actually huge because that Oni Fury could have absolutely stealed the game. I mean, the game's still gonna be hard, but the Oni Fury is gonna at least deal with one of these fire waves by itself just fine.
If Merc is smart here, he lives as long as he physically can. Seth is back up in 5 seconds.
This is huge.
Their whole team is chasing this Mercury right now.
They're not gonna catch him.
He's just gonna take him on a world tour.
Oh, here comes Cerberus. So Cerberus does have blink if he can get a nice stun. Oh, he has bubble though, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, the Mercury's gonna. This is crazy.
That was a huge play by that Mercury right there. They really need to prioritize this Cerberus over the Umoja. He didn't build any crit. He didn't build any anti-crit. This Merc could very well one shot.
Zoom in so close, please. That actually looked really bad. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Void Shield should have absolutely changed into.
I think it's the breastplate. Honestly, I understand what he's.
For Cerberus, I mean,
Yeah, I understand the thought process with the cooldowns, but I think that should have been a spectral.
I normally I would say get breastplate then spectral, but he went the tyrannical helm, which is fine. But I agree. When he already had the tyrannical helm, he should have just gotten the spectral because you could have gotten Pridwin, which would give you 20% CDR. And then if you want even more, you can have gotten like a Genji's late.
Yep.
But so I agree with that. I think that's definitely gonna hurt here because Mercury can kind of just whack servers a few times, and that's not great. But also Kukulkan on the other side doesn't have crit against the season
Izanami.
on me. Yeah, but wow, that's crazy. To be honest, they could have possibly looked to end there too, but I
I
understand
agree.
playing it safe. But now that they didn't get that Oni Fury, I mean, yeah, they got the two birds down, so they're still in a solid spot. But that definitely stopped some of that momentum. So that's huge. And if Going Ghost wins it, I'm gonna say it right now, that steal is what caused the turnaround to happen.
I'd like to see them not group and try to fight this. I'd like to see them try to steal this. If they lose this fight, then it's over. Like they have to try to steal it because it's
Oh,
enhanced, but
but Motion's not here. Why? What play? What? Hold on. Okay, Athena blinks in, and
it's a
Mercury just
huge
gets to
pick
call
on
Guzzie.
Guzzie.
This is not. Why are they fighting this? Motion's not even there. Why is Motion not there? I have so many questions, but Going Ghosts are gonna look for the fight here. Okay, he's gonna go for a Phoenix.
This is
I
this is a
guess.
strat. This is a strat Motion has done. Instead of dancing around fire, he's gonna try to just end the game. He's gonna take this Phoenix and try to push the Titan with the minions pushed up right there.
I suppose. All right.
Going
Well, we'll
Ghost.
see.
Going Ghost is gonna lose this game if they don't back.
Going Ghosts do get the EFG, and every member has it. Heimdallr gets out of there just fine, and they're gonna be able to retreat. Motion's not gonna be able to end this. I mean, you got the fire minions in mid, but this is pretty. Oh, actually, maybe if the team comes in,
Heimdall doesn't have all either. They pick Motion.
oh,
That's huge.
but did they keep the bird alive? They also have to keep the right bird alive. They have two birds right now, and the Titan. I mean, this is this is all over the place. What the heck? Okay, birds. They keep the two birds alive. They have one more five. If they kill that,
They
I
have one
think
more fire wave in mid. Yeah.
I think Far kind of threw a lot of their momentum away from that play. Yeah, I mean, they just gotta make sure this left Phoenix doesn't get pulled in
Coincidentally,
fire minions.
Going Ghost won that fight, and Seth just got his ult back up. Coincidence? I think not.
Oh, yeah. What do you know? Hitting your big strong ability option can win fights.
This
But
is exactly what I was worried about late for Far Out. Is if Ghost starts grouping up with this Mercury, it's gonna cause them problems.
speaking of grouping up, Mercury is not grouped up at the moment. Does not have ult either.
He's
This is
dead.
not looking good. He does still got bubble, so the spit will not actually connect. I mean, Dark Portal here from Izanami will. Oh, there's the
Good
blink.
blink. He's out. Yep, he's out.
Yeah,
That's a good play
and he
by
keeps
Merc.
bubble.
He did keep the bubble. That is pretty pog. And he still has beads, so he's pretty safe.
Yeah, just had to use the blink. I mean, which not the best, but you know what? Better than using the beads, ult, or
I'd like
uh,
I'd like to see Going Ghost really push down this left side.
hmm
I think they're playing scared still, even though they have this Phoenix down. But it's a pretty much even game at this point. Everybody's level 20, and you have the enhanced fire. So
yeah. I mean, to be honest, they should do this because I mean, Motion isn't right. They do see that. They could just send Nuclear over there to make sure Motion doesn't push the bird in, because Motion cannot do it by himself. So if they just send Nuclear there and send the other four to go take left, I think this would work out perfectly for them. I think that would be the play if they're worried about the Motion split push again. But
I think you send the Athena with the global ult.
oh, that's
She
true.
can defend that right bird. Everybody else push down left, and she can be there in a heartbeat if you guys need her.
God, they're wasting so much of this fire giant time. Like I get it, you don't want to get split pushed again, but just put a couple wards in those lanes and yeah, just match them. I don't understand.
So the thing is they have the enhanced fire right now, so they don't even have to worry about the minions on the left side of the map. They get that tower for free.
I guess the Mercury's gonna take final by himself. This is so weird.
we got enhanced fire for a primal fury. Worth it, right? I think Ghost just misunderstood their power play there. and they played it a little too safe. I mean, they did get the 2 Phoenixes back up. They do get Primal. They did close a lot of that gold gap. But everybody's almost full build at this point, so they need to be very careful. I definitely feel like this next firefight is the make or break for them.
I just I don't know. I'm just upset that Going Ghost just kind of threw away the EFG. They played it way too safe. I can understand for the first like 30 seconds, maybe just in case they would try to sneak back in and get the bird. That's fine. But at this point, I mean, it's about to run out, so it's too late now. Like at this point, they could have definitely taken that tower, maybe even pushed in the Phoenix. But I mean, Heim also has Crystal. They could have done some cheesy Crystal and spawn, and if they really needed to, they could have just Heim could have Crystal back if someone got through. But
I
I don't
could
know.
think of 3 ways they could have defended that split push and still utilize that enhanced fire giant. I agree.
Yeah. Well, I guess bygones be bygones. They do at least defend. Left Phoenix is up. Titan's gonna heal back up, so that split push from motion earlier is really not gonna be that effective. I mean, I guess the bird's still fairly weak, but
They did clear the fire minions at least though, so and that
yep.
lane is pretty pushed up. They don't have to worry about it. So I know the plan if you're far out here. What do you think Going Ghost needs to do differently around this fire giant to win the game?
Ward for sure, and then of course just have Seth ult. He ulted that one fight and they won. Like you mentioned, I don't think that's a coincidence. If Seth ults, like that. Her damage hurts, and she's got nice lifesteal. You can regenerate a good amount, especially with Soul Gem. So
So I'm gonna call it right
yep.
now. If somebody doesn't start pulling this fire by 43 in-game clock, Motion is gonna win this game because he's just gonna run it down left.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if he'd take. I don't know if he's able to.
This is something he likes to do, and we actually our team lost a scrim against Motion doing this on Osiris.
Interesting. The motion of Cyrus split push.
Yep. I mean, so he has the right thought process. Everybody's dancing around fire, so why not just go take? Nobody's there. Why not just go take the Phoenix?
Yes and no. Yes, it could work, but the problem is, as soon as they see you show up on that map, they know they have the advantage. You can just easily take the fight. Now, granted, they might lose the fight, but in that case, that's rough if you're losing the 5v4. And then you can get EFG and then back before Motion's able to even fully push this bird, right? So if Going Ghost react properly to seeing maybe Motion going to do the split push, Ghost should have this EFG in the bag and probably the game. Because assuming they team wipe him and then back kill Motion when he's trying to end, just push up that lane and then end yourself. We're 42 minutes in the game. This respawn timers are not very nice. So
you can see both teams respecting the fact that this fire is very important because, as you mentioned, we're 42 minutes in the game. I think everybody's pushing about that 60-second death timer. So I'd like to see Speedy just take the bubble there. He was so far pushed up, he could have taken the bubble off of Turkey real quick.
yeah, that's interesting. I don't. Oh, okay. Blinks right in onto Cerberus of all targets. I guess. Oh, he's not even back, so they must have saw he's not even back. Okay, so they're going in for the fight,
He
but
did get the bubble.
they got the bubble, and oh my, look how low Guzzie is. Guzzie does fall. That's a 70-second spawn timer. Seth uses all. What do you know? Got a kill.
Turkey's
anyways,
down as well.
Yeah, Turkey down. That's 2 members down. Afro does get a pick, but okay, double pick. Oh, okay. I don't know how that happened, but what is it? I mean, I'm not sure what he died to. I guess maybe Opal proc, but yeah, I mean, but this is still
Frenzy popped. Yep, they got Merc and Frenzy popped. So Motion has all. He can steal this.
Yeah, and Jordan's coming around the end, but Athena doing a good job at least taunting him away. But Athena, oh no, Motion does get the kill on the Kairos. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, friend. But and then now EFG is still being pulled, but Motion can't get this by himself. Speedy's here, Nuclear's here. Good taunt and fire out, get the fire giant though. Motion goes ult right back in. Cerberus spin is gonna be too much. Nuclear's trying to get a kill, but might not be able to get it. The stun will come through, and they end up taking it. And they're gonna try to run it down, but the carries are gonna come up soon. I don't know if they get anything here.
What just happened? That was the most disjointed firefight I've ever seen in my life.
If they VOD review this, I just
What just happened?
Oh my goodness.
Going Ghost did a really good job pushing them out of that fire, and then Afro came in and said, "Hey, I'm Izanami. I go Burr."
Yeah, the problem is they won the fight. They had 3 picks, they lost 2. Cool. But they should not have just pulled EFG like that because they still knew it was Cyrus and Cerber around. They should have tried to bait them and then go for it, not hard commit like they did.
I agree.
That
Yeah,
was
they
that was
as soon as they popped that frenzy, it was just game on. And I agree. They should have baited around because Motion and Jordan are coming because they assume you're
oh
on
yeah.
fire, right? So I'd like to see them just give up this bird. It's good poke, but they have EFG, so they're just gonna heal it back up. I'd like to see them give up the bird and just fight around the Titan.
Yep. Motion and Jordan. So not the best people to have it on, but still good.
I think having your solo laner with it is really important. As I say that, Nuclear blinks and ults. It's a huge taunt. They're defending this bird. That's a good ult by Turkey.
Oh, but Cerberus is just beating up the back line, and look how low speed he is. Speed's gonna fall to the house, but then Cerberus lands, and it's not enough to kill him. Cerberus is still alive. There's 2 birds down. There's a 3rd one they're looking at. With Athena down, and Nuclear's still pretty low. Mercury, though, trying to fight Motion here. Might be able to do it because it is Mercury. Mercury hits like a truck, but Motion's going to Lord of the Afterlife towards his team, and now Mercury is in a bad spot. The spit is off the mark. He doesn't even get the bubble. I feel like Mercury's had a bubble the entire game, to be fair.
I think Mercury's had bubble as long as Seth is ulted, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Did they get? I don't think they got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, our Cerberus.
Nuclear's putting in work back there.
Oh, 2 members do fall. This Titan is not going down just yet. There's, maybe, I don't know, but Winians, they have to be careful. Motion is pretty low. Motion falls to Seth's ult. There you go. That's a double kill here for Seth. Only person left is Turkey, but the Titan, all the minions. Oh no, but they can't. I don't know if they can do anything. The Titan, they have to make sure someone can stay back and clear.
I think they might
Mercury
lose
and
to
Colin
Winion.
are going to try to. Oh.
No, they got it. They got it.
All right, Mercury.
They can't. No, they can't. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. I was gonna say they lose.
Mercury could call.
I was gonna say they lose if Seth and Kyberr step up. They have to just keep clearing and hope that the 3 of them can take the T2 and the Phoenix. They.
Oh, but then look how slow this is going. This is just a tower.
They can take. They can take the Phoenix. They can take the Phoenix.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Look at that Titan's health. It's not gonna take much just to walk in. They have to. They can try. I don't think they can end. I don't think they can end though. I don't think they can either. But to be honest, they have to go for this.
Jordan and Izanami are back up.
They have to try. They gotta see if they can. Because I don't think they're gonna get it either. But.
That's GG.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a rough situation. Yeah, they absolutely do have to fight him here. They can't back. You guys
he stopped Mercury's back.
You guys have to fight. You can't let him get close to tight. We'll fight him here. I know it's just a 2v5, but you gotta do something. They do got left lane pushed up. They could look for a fight. Oh, come on.
Mercury needed to not lazy back there because if he could ult down mid right now, they have to stop them at this Phoenix.
Yeah, this is they can't. No, this is. Oh,
Nuclear's dead.
He's gonna try. I mean, you gotta try at this point. I know it's super unlikely, but that's the best you can do with all 3 birds down and Titans at 0 HP. But Emotion doesn't even care. Emotion's just gonna walk in. Heim does ult the Emoja, but that doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, what a game. What the hell did I just watch?
That was a barn burner of a 50-minute game almost.
Oh my goodness. That was crazy.
Izanami autos go Burr. She did that Izanami almost did 40k.
Oh. Wow. That's just I 30 wards here out of the Mercury. Respect my dude. Respect.
Hey, Motion had 29. So They were
Oh,
both very, very much ward heavy.
all right, Seth the Kyber, come on, and you too, Jordan.
What's the
Oh
Cap?
wow.
What's the record?
Let me check. I got it somewhere.
I'd like to know the record because I will break it tonight. I will
I
place 50
will
words in a game.
I will zap all your stats if you were stat padding. I have the power. I have the technology.
Have the power. I have the technology.
Wards placed. Season is detached data with 275, and in a game is Aztec with 35.
Okay, I'm placing 50 wards. Game 1. Be there, be square. It's happening.
I will probably be spectating that game.
All right.
All right.
Anyways, I've got sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Oh wow. I just
I'm very confused what just happened.
yeah, I'm speechless. This is just I wow. So this is a pretty loaded question, but we'll try. Scopy, what do you think Going Ghost can do differently to to win the game too?
Um, so I'm gonna help them. I'm not their coach, but I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna at Seth and let him know that he has a 4 button.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's step one. Step
Mhm.
one, 4 buttons need to be used in team fights. All joking aside, all trolling aside. I think the big thing is they grouped so much better on the far outside for almost the entirety of that game. There were several times you were seeing, 1 or 2 people from Going Ghost getting picked off because Afro was with Turkey and Guzzie, or it was Jordan Afro Turkey, or it was a very much a death ball in a sense in these 2 people with that third person, whoever that X person was, out of this Yamoja and Osiris, and you didn't see much response out of the Going Ghost side of things. They were very much, you saw this Mercury trying to get these 1v1s going on. I'd like to see not so much of a 1v1 jungle pick out of the Going Ghost side because they need that grouping. We saw out of that team fight, and even though it was very dysfunctional, they pushed them back once they grouped as a whole. And if you get somebody who's not this Mercury, who's more team fight oriented, I think they can definitely take this to a game 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty much agreed with everything you said. That's I think grouping up is the other big one. Going Ghost does not group up for some of those fights. Later in the game they did, and then later in the game Seth found his 4 button. So I
I would like to see what the understanding and changes they made mid game towards that late game. I'd like
mhm.
to see from pretty much minute 1, because like I said, it's not so much their late game that was the problem. It was their early. They got very lucky with that Oni steal, like you mentioned, which really prolonged that game. That allowed them to get that enhanced fire, which they did nothing with because they didn't group.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's my other complaint. Yeah.
I'd like to see more grouping out of Ghost. If they do that from the minute they load into game 2, the likelihood of us going to a game 3 is very high. But I think if they just let Turkey in motion after that, like 5-10 minute mark, continue to do what they were doing, they're gonna have to get very lucky, like they did in game 1, to even come close to a game 3.
Well, we'll definitely have to see. Think about the draft before we get into picks and bans here. I think solo wise, I would like to see a more team fight oriented solo out of here for Going Ghost. Um, I think that's just the one thing they lack. Nuclear had some beautiful alts, but the
He
problem is
did.
that just every time he did, there's just no one there to help.
I think that's the
So
problem with Cucullin as a whole, though, is once it comes late, he's just not as effective in the meta right now as other things, because like there's a lot of Guardians being played in solo. Think of
mhm.
things like Odin or even Osiris. Like Osiris is in my opinion a better Cucullin because they have a lot of the same idea, right? You just hard push their back line. Two things are going to happen. I'm either going to kill you or you're going to kill me, right? And Osiris just does that better, in my opinion, with the way the meta is and the builds are right now. And you saw Jordan. Jordan just said, "Okay, I'm just gonna play with my team." And he didn't do much. I think he got like 3 or 4 kills, but he didn't die at all. I think until super late, and he racked up. I think it was close to like 15 assists or something like that. And Nuclear had great ults, but there was nothing to be done with that.
Oh, I told them we were ready. So
Tough.
uh, well,
I think what I'd like to see out of Going Ghost, especially because they have that first pick, is to never mind, not do that. I would have liked to see them prioritize the
mm,
Odin. Um,
yes.
a lot of team fight potential there. Don't ban the Persephone. Make far out ban these things. If they're not gonna pick the Odin, obviously, because they're banning it. Yeah, I'd like to see the Morgan Le Fay ban. Force far out into that Osiris ban. Now you get something like a Soul, or if you prioritize that Athena still, I'd like to see that Athena go into the solo lane instead of the support role.
I I already shared my thoughts on Morgan last game. I think that was a terrible ban. I would love to have seen something else be banned away here. I
Personally, I think instead of that Morgan Le Fay, because he did work on that Baba Yaga. I mean, I know I was kind of like hating on it when they
oh,
picked it top two,
mhm.
but I like this. I like
I do
this
too.
pick. Yeah, I
I do
like
too.
Raijin. I think Raijin's super strong right now. I think Raijin's a lot better for Seth than the Morgan Le Fay. He's easier to get out of engagements. He doesn't have to worry about that dive as much, and his ult can be very impactful as long as Seth continues to know where his 4 button is. I
Yeah.
think this is a good pick for Going Ghost.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. So let's hope he got it. He put it back on his keyboard and it's ready to go. So yeah, Raijin first pick. I think it's fine. There were still some. I think there was Umoja still up, which far out's gonna get him.
I personally, I think Far Out needs to insta lock the Baba Yaga and Umoja. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Baba
I think
Yaga.
I disagree. I don't think they need to lock the Baba Yaga here. They already got Raijin. They can wait. They can wait till third pick here.
I don't disagree. But I don't. Nothing really jumps. Nothing really jumps out to me that Far Out would necessarily want. I'd like to see Motion. If they're not going to pick the Baba Yaga here for Guzzie, I'd like to see them take the Suki. I know Motion likes to play Suki in the jungle, and I think Suki does really good against Raijin. And then you pick up, like you said, because you don't need to worry about that Baba Yaga until third pick, because you know it's going to get banned if you don't take it in the top 3 now. Um, I'd like to see them get the Suki here with the Yamoja and then the Baba Yaga after, because the Suki dive, Raijin ult, Bobby just dumps her entire 4 button onto Raijin. And he played the Cucullin. Or the
Oh,
Kukan rather. I talked that all up for Guzzie to be like, nah, it's okay.
oh.
I'm just gonna play the Danger Noodle.
Gilgamesh is up too.
I like yeah, I
Oh,
know. My first scouting game ever, I was told that he was a Kukulkan one trick, and I instantly loved Guzzie because that's my favorite mid laner.
stop. You need to stop. Okay. 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 Don't get me wrong. Guzzi's Cuckoo is actually really strong. It's definitely one of his best gods. But Cuckoo itself is not a strong god.
Hey, I love
And
the Danger Noodle, okay? You
yeah,
can't tell me my opinion's wrong.
it is. But this
I
is this is rough. I do like the Cerberus pickup again. I think wow, Jordan, there we go. Played it really well.
I
I
agree.
like this pickup, but look at that first three we're going and goes. That's disgusting. All three are top picks.
I'm gonna
Gilgun solo
be
is gonna be interesting, but Raijin Erlon,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like Erlong Jungle. I don't
yes,
I so I think Gilgamesh is a better jungler. And I definitely think you need to have Gilga into the Cerberus because Erlang just gets shut down a lot with the Cerberus.
yeah,
But I definitely like this top 3 more from Going Ghosts versus
yeah.
last game.
Yeah, this is going Ghost is definitely drafted 10 times better. Like I said, I don't like I feel like the first phase bans were a little off because obviously your first pick, you're in that power position, and they didn't really feel like they banned for their power position. But regardless, they still got 3 picks I absolutely love. And far out, gonna run back to Izanami, pretty much running back the same, except Cuckoo instead of Baba, which after all your hype you gave that Baba, he brought you down.
You really did.
Um,
I don't like the Fenrir ban. I would have liked to seen Izanami. I think Izanami instead of that Morgan Le Fay would have been just as good. Um, eh,
I,
Afro did work. I do like to see the Rama instead of the Heimdall. Um,
oh
I
yes.
really
Oh
actually like
no.
the Ganesh.
Oh
Believe
no.
it or not.
I
Um,
look. I love the character. Like the god is so fun to play, but the god's so bad. Like
So
I'm
so
so.
the
Oh
thing with
no.
Ganesha for me is I know Motion likes to play a lot of
Interesting.
Tsukiyomi, and the Ganesh is a very good counter to the Tsukiyomi. So not only did you ban 2 of his gods, you're kind of like, okay, go ahead, pick it. Like you're gonna be useless. I've never seen him play a Wheelix. I personally like a Wheelix. Ask Jordan about my Wheelix solo if you ever want a good time. Um, I
I
like a
love it.
Wheelix. I think a Wheelix can do a lot of work into this team comp on the go and go side. You know, Raijin dash needs to be careful. Gilgamesh jump need to be careful. You have the Umoja knockup. You have I don't think you can pull them out of the Serb alt. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I think you can.
I think you can.
Because you're still knocked up. It's just like a slow knock up. Like it knocks you up, and then it brings you somewhere. So I'm pretty sure you can. There might be like a weird frame where you can't pull them, but I'm pretty sure you can pull them sometime, and then I'll.
This is something I actually like a lot, and a lot of people don't run it. Umoja is super strong in the meta right now, and I don't see
Mhm.
a lot of people picking a Wheelix with her, and I don't
All right.
understand why.
I'll break down the Wheelix. Don't get me wrong. Wheelix is actually my favorite jungler in the game, but a Wheelix, it's herself. It's just she relies on having to be fed early and having a massive like strong laning phase because you late game you're pretty much only there as an alt bot, and even still like you need setup. You need to have you can't just alt and have it happen. You have to have some setup happen or set up yourself. And Wheelix just falls off hard late, and that's why we don't see much of Wheelix because even though you got good synergy here with the Emoja, like the Riptide into a Wheelix all, that's great. But until they can make a Wheelix either stronger early or stronger late, which stronger early would just make her so much super hardcore snowbally. But she just needs a bit help, and that's why we don't. I feel like that's why we don't see that pairing as much. Is there's just especially with the jungle meta right now, it's so bruiser heavy that a Wheelix just does not build into that well. So.
So clearly, we're having some technical difficulties. So
All right, far out
far
game
out
2. I'm
duoed.
gonna I'm
Sweet.
gonna go I'm gonna go get dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. You
Yeah.
know, it was fun. No, but no. So, on a serious note, though, looking at these 2 screens, knowing the 2 drafts, I know my opinions on them. What do you feel like Going Ghost needs to do differently? And what do you feel out of the Far Out draft as well?
I the Wheelix, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people love a Wheelix. I love a Wheelix, and I think she's great early. I think the Wheelix is gonna hurt him a lot in the late game. But if Motion get a nasty lead and snowball this, Far Out's definitely gonna win with what they got. But I think Going Ghost had the better overall draft. I think it's just gonna be better at all stages in the game. Um, but it also relies on Going Ghost having the grouping up as a team, and also Seth hitting 4. Especially with those big old drums, like when he gets on those bongos, I mean, it's just it's pretty nasty. I'm gonna check because it looks like there's some technical difficulties. It looks like I got tagged. Oh, they have a band skin, so they're resetting.
Good catch.
RB ready.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, while this loads up real quick, I'll let you take it over, Scopey, because I have to use the restroom, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
No, you're leaving me alone with chat. I'm scared.
Yeah, you got this. You got this. I believe in you. I
Um,
believe in you. All right, talk about Wheelix or some
I'll
weird
join
stuff.
you.
All right, bye.
You're not
Oh wait,
alone.
Cap.
Yeah,
Cap
you're
is
not
gonna.
alone.
They can hear you right now.
They can.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yes, it
Wait,
always
no, go away.
is.
Your voice is better than mine. Go away. I don't like this. Go away.
No, they get to know what the voice behind the controls is doing.
You guys don't want to know what he says. Promise. Trust. All right. Well, since VV's gone and I'm all alone with Cap, right. So I think the draft from Going Ghosts is much better. I definitely think Far Out is very much hinged on this Awilix pick and how well Motion can get off running. Because I don't disagree with VV that Awilix does fall off very late game. She's very much in the same sense of like the Mercury, where she doesn't do much in that team fight phase. She's just trying to find that one pick before she dies if she is in that team fight. And I think this very much for Going Ghost relies on this Erlang Shen and Gilgamesh because I'm assuming that's a Gilgamesh solo and an Erlang Shen jungle. I didn't actually see who was playing what in that like 3 second surrender screen that we saw. But if this is an Erlang Shen jungle, which I assume it is, he really needs to prioritize getting Afro behind because Afro just late was terrifying to me.
All right.
So, just a
Oh.
heads up, there is a little bit more technical difficulties going on. Apparently, everyone got booted, including
Nice. Nice.
So,
Oh.
and you can tell Phoenix has been slipping because he hasn't created us a technical difficulty screen yet to play like
I need-
Yaki Sacks.
I need everybody to at Phoenix and tell him he's lacking. Please don't actually do that
Yeah,
because then
don't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
get yelled at. Don't do that. I'm
He
gonna get
actually
yelled
does a
at.
great job.
All right, I'm gonna message Phoenix and tell him that you said that.
Please don't. Listen, I might be a bad caster, but I enjoy doing this. All right, so I'd like to continue to do so.
Yes, Afro, we did love
Yeah.
Turkey throwing you into the
it was
NXT.
commented on because we thought that Umoja had to be on the other team.
Yeah, I just thought you was on the other team for a second because of that.
Gave him credit and everything. Just like, oh wow, see how he just used that to displace
Yeah.
him and get him set up for that kill.
Oh, we got it on stream, Afro. Don't worry.
Yeah, you
It's
can
gonna be
watch it.
it's gonna be in our new series, top 5 plays of the week. Your number,
Yeah,
Turkey's number one,
there's an
baby.
idea.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that's Jordan's job too. Maybe. Yeah.
Jordan. Oh,
I think
I got some words with Jordan. All right.
I think Jordan's job is social media, so you should start doing like top plays of the week.
Yeah, Jordan,
I've been
get on
wanting
it.
to do that since when I used to run this place. So like, yeah,
It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to do it though.
I know you have to find. I mean, if people clipped it, why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean, it's not actually that hard when you think about it because we have the clip channel.
yeah,
You just take a lot of the clips from that. So
it could just be top 10 clips of the week.
I know Mom did something with our highlights. Like he did like a highlight thing from like our clips so far throughout the year. So it's not the worst. Like it's not the hardest thing in the world.
Did you call him mom?
I forget sometimes that people don't know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm just. I forgot that's what he calls him. That's what he's called in your Discord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to step back off the air. Bye-bye, everyone.
I like my answer to Seth better than Caps. I'm gonna be honest. I said I like my answer better than yours. Seth asked me if we were ready, and I said, I don't know. That depends. Have you found your 4 button yet? All right. Enough trolling, Seth.
All right, yeah. Trolling Seth in chat, but it's okay. All right. Well,
Nah, we love Seth. He's a good dude.
His excuse was he's a carry main. Like carries don't ult, you silly goose.
Silly man. Carries ult too. He said, nope.
He said, "Nope, not me." Yeah.
We both know that's not true.
He only plays stance switchers, so
I guess I should pull up the Twitch stream too, so this way I can see chat.
nah, that's how I do
I'm a
it.
good caster, guys. I promise.
Carries ult. Oh.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, are we gonna play the game?
We're getting into Smite game. Maybe. Yes, Paisley carries alt. You should know. You get Medusa alted on cooldown, bud. I probably shouldn't have chat open. This is not a good idea.
Yeah, they're bullies. All right. Looks like
I
we're actually gonna play
bully
the
hard.
Smite game. Oh my, we're in the
Smite
game.
game. Okay,
what
so
skin did,
cool.
oh, he used the Monster Cat one. I was like, what skin is Gilgamesh at? That's banned. But...
Okay, so I definitely like, as much as I think Gilgamesh is a better jungler than he is a solo, I definitely did not want to see Erlingsen in the solo lane, because let me tell you, your boy has tried many of casual games to make that a thing, and it's just not. Does not end well any time for me. So while you were gone, I was talking to Captain about how I feel the big thing out of the Going Ghost draft is this Gilgamesh Erlang Shen.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the Far Out draft is all pigeonholed on how well Motion can transition his early lead into the late game, because I don't disagree that...
And Cuckoo.
Yeah, but I mean, Guzzie did really well on Baba. I feel like Cuckoo and Baba are kind of the same.
Except Bob was better, but yeah.
Hey, all right, listen. Listen. But anyways, no, so I don't disagree that I think Obelix is very much like Mercury in the sense, like late game you're trying to get that one-off pick before you die because you don't really do much in the team fight. So he really needs to transition that early game well for his team.
Yeah, I know. I saw Ganesh has got the buff. This Ganesh is gonna be swinging.
Hey,
you know
Ganesh
what?
autos. Listen, Ganesh autos go burr. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Think about how many autos he can weave in his ult now with the purple buff.
Great. Yeah, he's gonna have all of that purple buffs there. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm imagining that the Rama's gonna pick up the green buff.
So it looks like overall most of the players went pretty similar starts as the last game. We do see the Benevolence out of Speedy here instead of the Sentinel, or what is it called? Watchers now?
No, it's called Sentinels. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
It is. Oh, Watchers must be the upgrade. Wow, I'm surprised I remembered that. Okay. God, I'm trying to remember what it was called before. Anyway, yeah, the Benevolence, we had that one weekend of Benevolence in every role. I don't know if it was the same. I don't know if it was the same in Loki, but I know
we loved it.
games,
Yes,
there was 9 Benevolences.
It was a thing. Since we're talking about starter items, I was gonna say something last game, but I thought maybe it was just like, he was trying something, or he accidentally didn't realize what he was doing when he walked out of base. How do you feel about Afro not going mannequins? Because I feel like mannequins is actually really strong on Izanami. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm a solo laner. I don't know what damage items are. So, but I feel like Izanami clear is just ridiculous with mannequins.
Sure, okay, you clear, but I think Leather Cowl is just better as a starter item overall for Izanami, and especially late game for the upgrade. Also, hold on. So Watchers was the old, it's the same looking symbol, but it was the old starter item for support from like season 4. So you know what? I don't know why my brain thought that, but you know what? Give me some credit, because the other ones like Sands of Time and Vamp Shroud are the same name. So I don't know. I
listen,
think was
listen.
CC.
I didn't watch the patch when all of this first happened. So like I was talking to somebody about it and I'm like, oh, that's Watchers. And they're like, no, it's Sentinels. And I'm like, yeah, but what does it do? And they explained it and I'm like, yeah, it's Watchers. And they're like, no, but it's called Sentinels. And I was like, no, it's Watchers. Like, no, it's no.
No. Look, it's not my fault the high res did not name it the same, even though they named lots of other starter items that are the same. So you know what? I'm right, you're wrong. That's how it goes. Anyway, back to
Interesting.
Smite.
All right, yeah, back to Smite
Yeah,
game.
Back to Smite game here. We got Sunder here out of Ganesh though.
And Gilgamesh went Bluestone instead of Warrior's Axe, which is kind of interesting to me. I feel like it's just better. Ooh, Speedy needs to be careful. Good dash in from Afro. They changed their target.
Yeah, that's strange. Nice Riptide, not on his teammate this time, but a nice.
Oh, they don't say Erlang.
Yeah, Erlang coming in.
Dead.
That's a dead Afro. Goodbye. Good, just really good rotation here from the jungle.
That would have been a trade if they had just committed onto that Ganesha, and they didn't.
Yeah, that was strange. Yeah, Bluestone. I don't
feel
really
like
think
Warrior's Axe is just better, personally.
Yeah, it is because I think Bluestone just gives you gives you a little bit more power, but like Bluestone's only really necessary on like King Arthur. I think it's the only god that you should still be building Bluestone on.
Well, so I think if you're gonna go Bluestone, especially on Gilgamesh, why would you go the Fighter's Mask? Why wouldn't you just go Bluestone? Like one of the whole big points to the Fighter's Mask is to kind of help that that like level 1 with Warrior's Axe is kind of doo-doo. So like, why wouldn't you just go Warrior's Axe?
No, I agree. I think that maybe a misclick, or maybe he really wants the upgrade for later, but the upgrades aren't really that great for Bluestone. Like they're
I do
fine.
like the Corrupted a little bit. This is twice now that Motion's tried to steal this blue buff.
Oh, but he's not gonna get it. Motion gonna get on Suku, and actually gets taunted right back in, but he's still on Suku. He can get out of this just fine because Gilgamesh does not have ult and is not ready for the fight. So honestly, a bit of a wasted ult, but I guess it's better to use him than not to, like we talked about last time, right?
I don't hate it. I think you maybe try to force him to beads because he does have beads, and I'm assuming that Kairos has hit his tab button, so he knows that.
Yeah, I can't lazy back like that, Seth. Right now, Seth actually got the level lead, but Cuckoo definitely out damaging Seth. Probably getting too many whirlwinds there. But yeah, Ganesh is here to make sure that does not happen anymore. Ooh, but Kyberr with a solo kill onto Afro. This ROM is not. Oh, really good look if you're going Ghost fan here, because Izanami falling behind is. I'm sure she still will hurt a little bit later with the Silver Branch, but I don't know. It's definitely a good start here.
The thing I like about the ROM instead of the Heim is ROM is just like Izza in the late game with the Silver Branch. They both do ridiculous amounts of damage. And the big thing with the ROM getting ahead is Izza has an early she's more early game. Sorry, I had a complete loss of train thought there. Words are hard. Anyways, yeah, no, Rama is definitely has a harder time transitioning from that early game. His late game is very good though, so getting him ahead early is pretty good for the Going Ghost side.
Cerberus looking pretty healthy over there, even though he just got ganked by 3 people. Does get the early and also force Nuclear to back. Jordan just popping off on the Serb, making me pretty proud. I'm not gonna lie. But this game is a little bit different than last game. But like we mentioned, we wanted to see Wheelix here get a nice lead, and honestly, Wheelix hasn't really done anything. Also, can we take a look at some of the stats, like damage and other fun things? Yes, chat. Blackthorn got a buff. It got like 50 health and like something. I forget what the other part of it is. It's not.
It's really worth it.
It's not. Yeah, it's not really great.
It's not like Bulwark, where I definitely think Bulwark is worth it now. I think Blackthorn is still just meh.
Oh, it's his quest item. People were talking about like wondering if he was building into that, but nope, it's his quest item. I always forget he has that passive, but. It's actually interesting. I actually like the passive. It's just unfortunate you get an item like what he just got. Like you really don't want. I wish there was a way you can like pick which one you get, but
So me and my friend were talking about this the other day, and I wish so you know how you pick your Kali target, right?
Mhm.
Whenever you like respawn and stuff. I wish at the start of the game, as Gilgamesh, you could go, okay, like I'm playing jungle this game, right? So like you click a little thing, so this way you like only get like hybrid to damage items, where like if you're solo, like you only get like more like tankier items and not like crit stuff. You know what I mean? Because I agree, like the randomness of it is kind of amp, but I think the passive itself is really well done. It's kind of like the same thing with Baba Yaga, where the RNG is just kind of never fun to bank on. I'd like to point out that the gold score went down very, very early this game. They got that pre 7 minutes. I didn't see which team got it. It looks like Far Out did, but they got it pre 7 minutes.
I mean, honestly, going Ghosts are in a good spot. And, if this Rama keeps up this lead, they have a lead in mid and in support and jungle. They have a lead everywhere that's not solo right now. Actually, they could definitely look to do it. But now Cerberus getting ganked again. Gilgamesh ult comes out, but the Cerberus ult's gonna make sure he does not follow Erlon. Taunts him back in, but 2 ults. Nuclear's almost dead again, and Cerberus is just kind of chilling. They're paying a lot of attention to Cerberus and are not getting anything out of it.
I'd like to see Far Out just pull gold. Next time you see this Erlang Shen in the right side of the map, it's a good ult by Guzzie and Turkey. Turkey's taking a lot of damage. That's a good ult by Seth.
Hey, Seth ulted. Let's go, Seth. There he goes.
Seth ulted before 30 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Oh, good beads.
Oh, yeah. There we go. No kill for you, Motion. And that's the
really
problem with the Wheeler.
It was a really good knockup, though. Yeah, it's just a good beats by Seth. Seth has to play super safe. I'd still like to see Far Out pull this Gold Fury. Next time you either get a pick or you notice that Erlang Shen's in right, you know that Seth has no beads, no ult. I don't see why they couldn't. They burn it with Afro, and then Guzzie can secure it with his 3? Right, because his 2's the little movement speed one, right?
Yeah, 3's Tornado, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, no, then it's his 1, yeah.
One's the little wind siphon or whatever it's called.
Yeah. It's actually semi-decent secure. Think about it in the sense of like the 1 ult
Not
with Rama.
early, maybe
No.
late because the scaling on it is crazy, so it hits hard. But like, still, actually we got a little boxing match going here. Rama goes up in the air, hits 1, hits 2, and that's all he needs. He doesn't care. Another solo kill here from Kyberr after almost winning that engagement, but doesn't have full oboe like Ram does. But that's actually pretty impressive considering he didn't even have full oboe. So
yeah,
right now this dual lane is not looking great here for Far Out.
Kyberr got mad after game 1. He said, all right, I'm playing Rom. Afro did a really good job, though. He did almost turn that into a trade.
Erlon going the Ickfill, and we usually see the stone cutting, but Ickfill's great for like early boxing. But unfortunately, we haven't really seen him box much besides Cerberus. A little unfortunate, but I don't think it's a terrible pickup. I just think stone cutting scales into the later game better than Ickfall does.
I agree. I would have liked to have seen, instead of, I'm assuming he's going a bubble early, I would have liked to seen that as a stone cutting, because he's already got some magical protections with the wing blade, and he has really good boxing potential with the Ickball. So I'd like to see the stone cutting there, and then the bubble.
Yeah, that would be nice. Give him a little bit more power to Jordan.
Another solo kill.
Oh goodness, this Cerberus is even with the Onsole picked up here from Nuclear, which is a solid counter item, but unfortunately Onsole as an item right now isn't even that great. It's it stops the breath from Cerberus, but
so does your drop kick.
Yeah, but you have a move that literally does the same thing and does damage and also other fun stuff. So to be honest, Onsole, I would rather have seen like a bulwark or honestly a pestilence just to help you with late game if you emoji healing, or even like a talisman of energy. Like that's a good item too.
I think Pesty against most Guardian solos is really strong right now, because most of them are going to be building Dam Shroud. And I think if he would have went Pesty into Mystical Mail to help him with his clear with the Tyrannical Play Helm on the other side, would have been a lot better for him.
Okay, Nash just trying to establish dominance or something, running right at this Cuckoo with nobody around to help him. You know what? I respect it. Speedy feeling himself a little bit, but Ooh, if a Wheelix had
Jordan's making that rotation early, which I don't blame him. He's already level 13.
yeah, he's massive. He got the tower. He can make this rotation. They're gonna look for this gold, I hope. Or gank out to the
No,
left, make sure
there you
Rom
go.
can't snipe.
Which is a very yep.
Oh yeah.
Rom does have ult though, and I'm assuming they know they're on this Gold Fury.
Yeah, they gotta be careful. Ganesh also has ult, which is a solid objective.
Rom
Well,
ult.
here goes one, here goes two. Faro still get it. The Kuko was way too late, but they still do get the objective, but do lose the support. Oh goodness, Gilgamesh ult used as well. They lose one. You know, actually, Gold Fury for support's fine, but this fight is not over. Seth uses ult again, goes into the bongos. Oh, nuclear super low, and Afro gets the kill. Erlon will pick up Guzzie though. And Jordan getting body blocked. Beautiful body block motion. On the other side, though, getting a pick as well. This is all over the place. 2 picks here for Far Out, 3 for going Ghost, but Far Out do take the objective, which. You know
That's
what?
a wash. It's like a 20 gold lead.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the. Yeah, look at the gold difference before. They got the gold third. It's a fight, and now the gold third is back to rolling.
Yeah. And they're just going to go straight Pyro. This is a really good call by going Ghost. See, like I said at the beginning of picks and bans, this is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to group more efficiently. They picked the Erlang, which is much more team fight oriented, and they started grouping. Rama has a lead. Push that. I think Motion did a very bad job of not relieving that pressure. You saw Jordan handling the right side ganks very efficiently. I would have liked to see Motion spend more time on this Gold Fury side of the map because going into that fight, I mean, Afro did get, I believe, at least 1 kill, if not 2 out of that. So he's only about a half a level down, I think, at the moment from the Rama. But going into that, he was a full level down.
Oh, Regin almost getting picked in a bad situation, but will be able to just dash right out of there. I want to talk about Motion picking up the Crusher again. I feel like there's a Wheelix too much those cooldowns, and I would love to have seen the Jotun instead of the Crusher. Sure, Crusher gives you like a little, gives you a little bit of attack speed, but overall, I think
So does your ult.
yeah, like the cooldown the ult does as well. Yeah, I think the cooldowns would have been a bit more efficient here to help with the Wheelix, but maybe he just likes the Crusher. Maybe he loves how it feels.
I think Jotun's into stone cutting is actually pretty strong. Jotun's stone cutting into the Hydra's Lament's pretty strong.
Yeah, stone cutting is pretty nice on Wheelix too. I mean, you are forced to auto a couple times anyway to really get your damage off. So
it's 3-man grouping on the no. What a pull, Speedy. Oh. He's gonna get out super low. Oh, what a stun! What a stun! Oh, this is why I feel bad for support players, man. Turkey just did that man dirty.
Oh no, that's rough. Oh no, no, whoa, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing, Erlane? Oh, Yamoja, all good job at walling him off from the other side, but
Turkey too. Why is no one banning this Yamoja against Turkey? This man is nuts. He stunned them into the Cuckoo ult and then portaled that Erlang Shen twice.
Oh. That's just...
There's another one! Get this man off of Yamoja!
Turkey's cracked! Yeah, Yamoja... ever since they changed how made her Omi like really brain dead, stupid, Yamoja's definitely top support again. She was already really good before that, and just I don't know how they haven't nerfed this character because she's been top tier ever since Serb release. And oh, Cerberus, poor Cerberus, he just I mean he got a nice heal from the Erlon heal, but unfortunately wasn't enough really. And now 3-man gank here on to Kyberr. Kyberr, you might have been winning the 1v1s, but you ain't gonna win a 1v3. And right now, Going Goes are just kind of.
They do have a gold lead still. It's not by much.
Yeah. It's back to pretty much 0. Here we
go. It's not by much, but it's like 20 gold. Literally, that's it. But hey, you still have a gold lead, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean XP is definitely going Ghost's favor, which does matter, especially right now. You know, the levels could definitely make or break certain fights if like you have one person has like an extra point in their ult or whatever
I
it
would
is.
so I would like to since we're on the topic of XP, but I know I've been throwing a lot of shade his way this set, but that's just because I love him. I would like to point out that Guzzie just ticked over to 15, and Seth is about to tick over to 17. And being a ADC main, he's doing a very good job in mid today.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this is their continued roster and this is how they're going to be, but definitely showing that he can play mid pretty efficiently. So
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done a great job kind of transferring that over. Besides, of course, we've been giving him a hard time for not pressing his alt button for 25 minutes. But you know what? He's
hey,
been
I've
doing
seen
it
him
just
all
fine
like
this game.
3 times this game already.
Exactly.
So.
He's been doing great. He did it great at the end of last game. He's been doing great this game. So you know what? I think he's got that done. But the pool noodle comes out, and I'm sorry, Erlon, you're not gonna be able to steal that away. You had to just let that go. You got to respect the fact that that Kuka ult's gonna be too much. Does heal, but Cerberus is on top of him. Nice stun from Jordan here, and that will be the Erlon falling down. Gilgamesh does ult as well, but Motion with a nice knock up into the feather step, or ult into feather step and down. He goes Motion with just no health. Oh my goodness, look at him. And Far Out are playing these objectives much better than going Ghost.
I disagree. They've gotten lucky twice.
Oh, lucky.
Kyberr has been very close to stealing both of the Gold Furies that they have gotten. I definitely think that maybe like a half a tick more damage from Kyberr, and he could have stole that Gold Fury.
Yeah, man, I suppose you're right. Oh, Draugr going the way of going Ghost, and looks like Faro just gonna take the Pyromancer as well. Knock that off the board. Man, they got Erlon should. Erlon should definitely not have blinked in there. I mean, he just. You got to remember that they have a Kuko ult. let Rama try to steal it. Maybe Ganesh ult. Like those are your two best chances. Raijin ult too, I suppose. But you can't just waltz right in there and just be like hello, and then eat a Kuko ult to the face and die. But interesting, we see a Toxic Blade pickup from both Gilgamesh and Erlon. I guess there's healing, but how do you feel like both these items here on both these gods?
I like it on Erlang. I think it's fine on your jungler. Same thing with like if he was playing the Osiris. Like I know you get the anti-heal from your ult, but the Toxic Blade isn't bad on like these AA junglers like Kali, Erlang, Osiris. But on Gilgamesh, I would have just liked to seen a Pesty. I think going back to our previous conversation, if he has Pesty instead of Anchile there, it's just better. They're looking like they're gonna push down this T2 tower and right. Seth is caught out a little bit.
These numbers on here. I don't know that though. They are the numbers advantage. Cerberus is even in there too. They could have looked to collapse. They have ults, but I guess they were a little worried.
The problem is they listened to some of the advice, right? Seth is hitting 4. They're grouping, but the key piece of advice that both of us said, if you look at your mini map, I'm seeing an awful lot of red wards and not a lot of blue ones. So they don't really have knowledge of where they are and where the rest of the team was. I mean, they saw the Cerberus on the wave and right, but they had no idea where IAFROI was at all. They didn't even know he back. They didn't know he was on his way. No vision.
Yeah, right now Far Out's even last game Far Out just had much better ward coverage around the objectives. I would like to see Going Ghost just they have them. I see them in their inventory. They got a couple sentries. Place those boys down. Come on, you got it. But I mean, I saw someone Raijin place 1, but I don't know. I'm not seeing many sentries around your own side of the jungle, which is typically where a lot of people ward around Fire Giant anyway. So get rid of their vision, and you could be in a pretty good spot, especially with Wheelix. You gotta watch out because if Wheelix gets a knock up through the wall and pulls you in, that's never a good feeling.
They're starting the Spire really early, and I think Ghost just now figured that out. I don't think Ghost has the pit warded.
Ooh, they're gonna drop and take this fight. Rom's in mid. They do have to be a little careful. Cuckoo is there and has ults to secure. If they can get Cuckoo, if they can force Cuckoo to ult here, maybe they can look to possibly try to get this fire giant as well. They're definitely gonna need some picks. Not sure how I feel about backing right here though, unless it gets a big power spike. But looks like
He
all you
did
got was
finish
the
the
divine.
divine.
Okay,
That's actually pretty big. Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely like Seth's build more this game than I did last game.
100%.
I'd like to see instead of the pendant, I would actually like to see that been a warlock staff. I feel like it's really good on Raijin. Makes you a little bit tankier because people tend to collapse on you when you ult because you're kind of a sitting duck. It makes you a little bit more tankier. It gives you some pen. Goes really well with the coin, and then you get some cooldown from the soul gem.
Interestingly enough, Gilgamesh lacking so much man. He has no physical defense.
And he's building into, I'm assuming is going to be a Frostbound.
Yeah, oof. No, that. Yeah, the Bluestone.
I think Bluestone gives him.
Gilgamesh.
I think Bluestone gives you like 10 physical
I don't think
protection.
it gives. I think the upgraded form gives you some, but I'm not. I don't think it's the base because I'm pretty sure the base is just power and then HP 5, MP 5. So.
I should know.
Yeah, you're a soul laner.
I should know.
Oh.
I should know. I don't. Looks like we're moving. Ooh, that's a good blink. He got speedy.
Yeah.
Nuclear and speed. Nuclear's just
massive
gone.
cuckoo ult though. Nuclear's just not gonna.
That
With that Raijin on the counter, the ult, two members fall here from far out. The fight keeps on going. Erlon on top of motion. Rom sniping turkey down. Rom.
That was such a big Ganesh ult.
Oh my.
Oh, that turned that fight. Just go fire.
Now someone's gonna make fun of me because I said Ganesh is bad, even though Ganesh is still bad. But that was a beautiful ult by Speed.
Hey,
yeah.
that Ganesh ult.
I'll give credit too. That good credit where credit. Ganesh ult might do the most damage, but that's okay. Oh, Surface is here. Oh, but jump just a little too early. Oh, he should have waited. Honestly, hey, going Ghost could have waited a little bit too, because Nuclear spawns in a few. Nobody was up.
They could have. Seth is not going to have his Aegis for this next team fight because he just Aegis the Fire Giant knockup. But anyways, yeah, that fight turned because I believe it was motion. I don't know if it was motion or turkey, but Speedy did a really good job of catching somebody in the wall with his dash, and then Seth ulted and taunted them all back. That was a really clean team fight, especially considering, like I said, this is the first time they've played. I mean, I'm assuming they've scrimmed like this, but this is the first league set they've played with Seth, and they're definitely showing a better game too. That's a free Gold Fury.
Absolutely. This is definitely looking great for Going Ghost. I mean, they played a pretty sloppy game one, but they definitely brought most of the things we talked about and improved on it, and it's been paying off. Yeah. We'll just have to see how they handle this FG, because last time they got FG, they played way too safe.
I feel like at that point they were so far behind that they were worried about trying to make a power play out of the enhanced fire, and I feel like they should definitely not be trying to take this Phoenix, and they should be taking the rest of these T2 towers. But
yeah, motion's pushing.
The only person he caught was Speedy though.
Yeah, that's not a good. Oh, that Google did not hit the mark, unfortunately. But the bird is still alive, actually, pretty healthy. Ganesh does ult his own. They get the bird, and that's
got what they came for.
Rely on your split pushing, because that just gives them massive opening.
Motion blinked. Motion missed his knockup.
Oh no!
It looks
nice fun though.
It looks like if anybody falls, it might be Speedy. Nah, I think that's just a Seth. I thought he was actually gonna back for a second. That's just a clean disengage by Going Ghost.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get it. The split push can be annoying and frustrating, but it's not a reliable strategy. It works sometimes, yes, but it's not reliable. You gotta time it right if you're gonna go for that kind of play. And
I definitely feel like Motion should have just committed to the tower at that point. You trade the tower for the Phoenix, but they can't end because you still have two T2s. You take the tower and you back, and then you wipe them all in the throne room if they try to push.
Well, that's a good good Phoenix there from Going Ghost. They can even look to get another tower, maybe even 2. I mean, they still have a little bit of time on the FG. So we'll have to see what they decide to do here. Go mid, right? But I just get the towers. I don't think we can get another bird, but it looks like they are gonna. They're pretty split. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but Soul's far out. But Going Ghosts don't know that. They have to be careful pushing this far up. They got 3 members here, but Cerberus is gonna ult them.
And he's getting melted by this Rama.
Yeah, Rom is smacking. That's because there's no Spectral, which looks like he is building into for his last item here. Those crits are smacking. Spectral's important, everybody. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect the crit when it comes up like that. Here we go. Looks like tower's gonna go down. Fire Giant's about to run off of Going Ghost. They got all the towers. They got the left Phoenix. They are in a fantastic spot here. It's back, ward up. I guess strip the jungle, yeah, and then get ready for FG. Get some wards. That's what I like to see here, and I hope that's what they do. But I don't know why they're taking so long to get over there. Oh, like, great, you got a Phoenix down. Doesn't mean they're not going to try to stop you to get fire. Especially it's going to be enhanced by the time it spawns.
I mean, they did get the best Phoenix. Sorry, I was doing some typing. I didn't want.
Oh my god, he doesn't even care about the cast. Oh, recorded.
No, I was actually telling Phoenix that my game's at 7:30. So if Ghosts win this game, you're gonna have to probably cast by yourself, unfortunately.
Wow, that's okay. I'm willing to do it. I'm starving, so hopefully Far Out turn this around so I can go eat.
I mean, so you know, Going Ghost did get the best Phoenix to get for this Fire Giant push, and they're definitely more grouped up. Motion's going to clear this this left lane that's super far pushed up. So hopefully Ghost realize as soon as they do realize that he's on that wave. I'd like to see them push here. I'd like to see them just take fire, just take the fire. You see Motion.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. The Motion's got to defend that bird. They know. There we go. Start it up. There you go. Have someone zone though. Nuclear, don't go in. Oh, you silly lose. They might be able to burn in time, but they gotta be careful because Cuckoo. Oh, but Cuckoo, Guzzie taking a sweet time, using a little bit after. That's in a bad situation. Cerberus jumps in and tries to stop him, but the Ganesh Ohm will stop Seth from dying there. And Nuclear and Erlon on the back line are just shredding them off, and Cerberus can't get this kill, and he wants so bad. Oh, maybe he can. He does get Rama. Motion is here as well. Piccolo looks like he is gonna fall as well, or Pico. It's my bad. Whatever your name is, close enough.
Just call him Speedy.
Speedy. That's what I called him before, and then I saw the Pico. I was like, oh,
yeah, it's Speedy Pico.
All right. What a fight! Holy moly! Well, Kyberr not having an FG is huge for Far Out.
That's literally what I was about to say. Yep. Guzzie did the best he physically could since he didn't ult the Fire Giant. He hit literally the entire Going Ghost roster with that ult. But yeah, Kyberr not having this Fire Giant, especially because it's enhanced, is pretty rough. I mean, they have the 3. It's a 3v3. Afro's up and healthy.
Oh, Seth is just barely getting out alive in these engagements. They do get the Phoenix. That was a pretty risky play, but it does work
Nuclear
out.
might fall here. Oh, because he missed the tornado.
Nuclear.
That was a really good juke by Nuclear, yeah.
Oh yeah, good play here by Nuclear. Whew. Also, I don't appreciate the disrespect in chat. I am definitely a better than stupid elephant head over here. Okay, so. Oh, but yeah, 3 members with FG here on Going Ghost. Gonna be tough to siege. Like I said, they don't have FG on Rom. but it is still possible. But they got to play it safe. I would like to see them just kind of grab Primal right now, honestly, since it's right there, and that way, if there's another FG fight, which most likely there will be, they can shred the FG a little bit faster.
Interesting to see that Afro decided to go dominance instead of Deathbringer, like Kyberr.
Dominance does get that small buff. I don't think it's really that great. I haven't really seen many like high level players use it, but I don't know if it's bad either. Like I'm not sure how I
He
feel about it,
also,
to be honest.
I like Kyber's build more. He's got the Silver Branch and he has the attack speed for it. Oop, never mind. Jordan blinked in. That's good ult by Turkey.
Oh, the cuckoo all comes through. It actually.
Oh, he missed Seth.
That's a bummer. Seth does kill Afro, and that bird is getting shredded down, but goes to super low, but they will take it. They're far out right now. Not in a great situation, which is a bummer because I'm starving. So I might be a little biased, but it's okay. But Goingle's playing really well. These objectives now, they gotta back their booties up here and not be sure not to get picked because far out are looking for him. We'll just tell him to surrender. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll just at Seth real quick and be like, listen, I know you guys are winning this game at the current moment, but just surrender for me, please.
Yeah.
I got a set to play in 10 minutes, all right? Cap's wife is gonna be mad. Just surrender.
And I'm hungry. That's bored. Oh, hangry. That's never fun. You don't want to deal with that.
She's not mad that you're busy. She's just mad that she can't have food. Unfortunate.
Tell her she's cooking tonight instead. That'll make her happy, right? Yeah.
Oof.
All right, FG buff down now. So
Yeah,
Phoenix is down. FG spawning soon. This is gonna be enhanced. They really need to get this.
So I'd like to see Going Ghost try to ward the outside of the fire pit, not the inside of the fire pit. I'd like to see Ghost ward the entrances going into fire to give Guzzie the access to try to steal it. Same situation as Going Ghost last game, right? Far out, they have two Phoenixes down. Granted, one of them's the right side, but they do have the left Phoenix down, and they wipe here. It's done. But you can't give them this enhanced fire, so I'd like to see Guzzie try to steal it.
Yeah, they absolutely have to try to steal it. They cannot play the defensive game because you're not going to win unless Going Ghost make a massive misplay. You have two birds down. Left is about to spawn, yeah, but in that situation, if they get the FG, it's too much. And like I agree, Guzzie just needs to make that power play. He needs to go for the steal. And
they have two options. They have two options. Either Guzzie steals it with his ult, or Jordan or Turkey sacrifice their life to take it. Fire Giant is being pulled. It's half HP. It's going fast. I don't think they see Jordan. Turkey has a good ult to pull him off. Motion's gonna fall to Kyberr. So it's Afro.
Afro fell, but Guzzie does get the ult out before he dies, but it's not gonna matter. That's game. They could ignore it.
Why are we chasing it? Yep.
Yeah,
don't even chase the Awilix. Yep. You have two Phoenixes down. That's GG. We're going. Well, you guys are going to a game 3.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh?
Hey, like we said from the start, they need to group better from minute 1. Good ult. Yep, that's GG. They needed to group better from minute 1. They listened, they did, and they won the game. Far Out wins game 3 if they ban this Raijin. I definitely think Seth had a better performance on the Raijin than he did the Morgan Le Fay.
Well, it's because Raijin's a good character.
I mean, I don't think Morgan Le Fay is a bad character. I definitely think she's I think she's as good as Raijin. She's
Oh, no.
I think she's more intricate than Raijin. Raijin's a lot safer, a lot easier.
No.
This is why I'm the rat player, okay?
Yeah. Are you a rat player?
Am I a rat player?
I thought you were a Loki player.
No, VV. Don't let anybody tell you anything different other than I deserve to be in rat. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you different, all right? Well,
Oh
On that
boy.
note, I have to go prepare for my set in about 26 minutes. So I can either stay until about 7:20 or I can dip now.
Nah, I mean, no, it's if you want to dip now, I'm okay. I could definitely solo cast. It's up to you. I understand you gotta go get go play. I mean, if you
I
want to
gotta
get with
go.
your team,
I have to go carry Cheeto. I don't have a choice.
oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Go carry Cheeto. I understand. I guess I'll just sadly do this alone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go cast or go play. Sorry, I got this.
All right. Well, have fun. It was a pleasure. I will be watching.
Well, I should be playing.
I can multitask.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Scopy. Everyone, thanks, Scopy, for joining me. It was a pleasure casting with him. Don't worry, the game's still going. I'm still here. But just being captain here. I'll
I'll,
run the solo cast and then.
I'll join in just to do what he was doing and just say that's a thing.
Okay.
That's the
Perfect.
thing.
So,
All right.
That's what
Later,
Vinny did.
gentlemen.
Bye bye now.
all right. So I don't know if this is
Oh, it's popping off up in here. Hi, everybody in the
let's see.
chat. All
Hold on.
right. I'll be honest. I focused very little on what was actually happening, and more on where I needed to be with the camera as best I could.
You know that's perfectly fine. That's exactly how it works.
Still a case where I feel like Ghost could use a little bit more wording again, especially Seth. Even though Seth did a lot better this game. I gotta find out if they're switching sides.
Let's see what is going on here while Nias is getting his cult ready to win game 3, maybe.
Right.
So Farrell's gonna get second, Going Ghost is gonna go first.
Alright, hold on. I gotta set stuff up. In match lobby. I have seriously been thinking about
Oh.
Hold on, sorry. I just remembered that we're streaming.
Yes.
They put spectator password.
Oh, it's because he thinks he's funny. Hold on. You see it. He tagged me in just a tiny bit up. You can see it.
Who did that? This is intense.
Seth did. Go up a few messages in Loki
Oh,
chat. You'll see it.
did he?
It's Seth alted a lot.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm oming him. Driving me nuts. Thanks a lot, Seth. Just to let you know, Vivi had no repercussions out of that punishment.
Well, punishment.
Yeah, he was retaliating for you guys picking on him about not alting enough.
Well,
With
voting
that
no, I'm doing my job. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Nice,
With
you're
that
welcome.
password.
I just helped your player. You know what?
And
Okay.
so...
It's Vivi the new Going Ghost coach.
Oh, I haven't had a game this go. Alright, I'm going to focus on trying to get everything set up. Okay, cool. They're not
I,
switching
I, I,
sides.
I told you that. I said going ghost is first, fired second.
I was trying to figure out all the other issues. Once an issue is
I-
put in front of my face, my brain just shuts off and I just focus on that.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's get it. Hopefully in a reasonable time frame.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll pop this up. We're in the picks and bans. We got about 3 different pages here to do it. And I'm on the wrong one.
Marwan, looks like you're on the right one for me.
Huh. Did I never switch you guys last time?
What?
I never switched you guys back to the main screen.
What do you mean?
Like, I wasn't streaming Smite to you guys. I was streaming the OBS.
No, you switched back. I see the screen. Anyway,
Doesn't matter.
all right. Odin and Tiamat banned first so far. Makes sense. Umoja, of course. Oh, actually, no, that's new. That's new. Okay, getting rid of it that far out. I mean, you know what? We talked about it. Turkey popped off on the Umoja.
Get away from that, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, I stop banning Morgan. I still think the Morgan ban is very silly. There's so much stronger options right now. You know what? Maybe people disagree with me on that, but I think Morgan is a very just mid tier character. She's okay. She's not like awful, but she's definitely not among the likes of a lot of the other gods right now. Erlon though, respects ban here from far out, which means Artemis going to be going ghost as the first pick.
And they're hovering on her. Let's see what happens there. I really wish I'm gonna die on this rock. I really wish they just called her Morgana. I really wish they just called him that. Oh, wrong god.
And Osiris Honor. Interesting to see the Honor picked up here, especially this early. Especially when Rom, Heimdallr, Danza, other better options are available, but fair enough. But I like the Osiris run back, especially since it's a strong flex picks, like I mentioned before. Jordan can run it, Motion can run it. I'd like to see Motion on it again. A Wheelix hover though. Okay, cool. You get to pull Honor, I guess, but I don't think a Wheelix is great. Brygen, love seeing that back, and then a Sobek, another flex character. Interesting.
And you guys they don't have the Awilix is even weirder because they don't have any knock-up really.
Yeah, I mean
On
it's
her
it's
jumps.
that's what I think they did it for. But if that's the only reason you picked the Wheelix, you're not drafting properly.
It's really unusual. And in addition to that, I would just sit on her. Either you ban her second phase or pick around her more.
Fafnir banned away, which is Fafnir's definitely top support, but Ghost hasn't played Fafnir yet, so I'm not sure and why they would expect it. But that's fine. I think it's solid to ban away. Soul also, well, she's fallen off a bit, but she's still solid. The Ganesh ban. I already have my thoughts on Ganesh, but I'll give it to Speedy. He played the Ganesh very well.
In Loki division, Ganesh is a very good god. It is in the lower divisions. I've noticed Ganesh is one of the gods that really does do pretty good if one of the players actually knows how to use him. Because I think some of that higher level meta stuff just doesn't quite have as much effect. There are things that Fine OK can do in the solo lane that probably 99% of Loki players could not imagine actually pulling off.
I, I don't know. I understand he's super fun and he's simple to play, which I think is why a lot of people like to gravitate towards him. But he just has too many weaknesses to be like super highly valued. But you know what? Sometimes those bad characters can work very well. Like I said, last game worked very well. Hera being picked here, which is interesting. But I like it with it. Hera's kind of been on a resurgence and higher level play, so I wonder how Ghost is gonna pilot this Hera.
No one's banned or picked Athena.
Because the thing is, all right. Thing is, okay. That's about it. And I know that probably hurts you for me to say that, but Athena's only okay.
Athena's God. No, Athena just lately has just been such an insta ban. It doesn't matter if it's I'm playing against you or anyways.
Horus and Cerberus. Okay, okay, the Kumba. No way.
This is like Smite season season 4.
This is.
This is what these lineups are. Smite season 4.
What the heck? This is so weird. I mean, Kumba is bad. I'm just gonna. This could be very interesting. I'm curious to see how this gets pulled. I think the soul back and soul lane's gonna be very annoying here for.
I'm gonna castrate Seth.
But
I think he put low. I don't think he put low spectator delay on either.
Oh no, we gotta wait that long. Oh, Seth, you troll!
I'm going to castrate this man. He puts one of the two things you're supposed to do to set it up. I mean, it's a great troll. I'll give it to him. I applaud him if that was his goal. I applaud him. But I think that's how they are.
The horse is very interesting. I don't think horse is even bad. We just don't ever see him. But the Cerberus being taken away from the Jordans,
He's
also interesting pick. So seeing Nuclear run the Cerberus is, I'm curious to see how he's gonna run it compared to Jordan did. Look at the drafts. So okay, look at the drafts. What are your thoughts? Who do you think has got this game?
This is a weird couple of teams here. I think going Ghost is who I'm going to lean towards. If they can slow or stop motion from getting out of hand without Osiris, because motion's very good without Osiris. If they can contain motion, going Ghost will take this. If motion's able to kind of run around and really pop off, because these are two very interesting build or team comps. Minions have I think he'll be able to carry far out of this.
This is hard to say because I don't like Phil Wheelix. I said that last game. I said it. I'll say it again. Don't like a Wheelix. Kumba is just really, really out there. So I don't like that either here for far out. But I like the rest of the draft. I think that's fine, and I like the rest of the draft from going Ghost. Horus is a question mark for me because I'm not even sure how I feel about it. Because like I said, Horus has never played. But I don't think Horus is terrible. But it's gonna be interesting. It depends on how Speed is gonna utilize this Horus. I think Horus is just, if you don't utilize the ult properly, there's not much reason picking Horus right now. So we'll definitely have to see. I think Far Out has the easier time, but if Going Ghost can capitalize off their draft properly, I think Going Ghost is gonna take it.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Now, my only thing with Wild Turkey getting Kumba is he seems to have been playing a very aggressive style support more when he has been playing. So he's going to have to be very backline, but I guess with Emoji he was healing a lot. It would be his focus.
Yeah, Mr. House. It looks like one of the players put on the stupid delay because they're trolling me. So we're waiting for us to get into the game. So
No, I just
Oh.
haven't switched over the screen yet. I just looked over
Oh.
at just looked over at the stream. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, that's Captain's fault. Never mind. Blame Captain, Mr. House.
Yeah.
It's his fault.
I'm not just focusing on that anymore. It'll come
Oh
through
my
in a
goodness.
second.
I was like sitting here like, well, this is taking a while, but whatever. Okay, so we missed early game. So okay, I can talk about some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cerberus Sobek. Funny enough, I just literally played this matchup as a Sobek earlier today. And then we have interesting starts. The Vamp Shroud from Hera's interesting. I don't dislike it. Benevolence again, though. I mean, with how hard it got nerfed, I'm not even sure if it's worth it anymore. Everything else looks pretty standard. We missed First Blood. Oh, we did miss First Blood. Shout out to Seth. Well, Seth got First Blood because Captain hates me. But it's the first. Okay, we're back in it. It's fine. Jeez Louise.
Just paying attention to other things.
That was going on for like 3 minutes. What the heck? How did you not switch over?
I got everything set up. Was focused on that. And then we were just talking about the builds and stuff, and I just didn't think, because I'm like, oh, we're just kind of killing the dull time. And then I, at one point, was wondering, like, why aren't we talking about like them actually fighting?
Yeah. I would never dismiss or fighting talk. Looks like Blue Buff was actually invaded. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, Cyrus did just come from that way. So good on far out. Strip away the Blue Buff. Make sure Nuclear cannot have that Mana sustain, which looks like he's gonna go into a Genji's, which will help mitigate that. The loss of the blue. I mean, obviously the experience of gold still go favor far out, but at least he won't be super mana. He won't be super reliant on the blue buff for mana sustain. So pretty good. There's another fight going on over here. Looks like there was a potential invade on their blue, but Far's gonna take that away. And then, yeah, I mean, right now builds are pretty standard. I really hope Cyrus doesn't go back into Crushers because I don't think that's the play here. We'll have to see. I am pretty worried. I don't think this Wheelix is gonna. I don't think this Wheelix is just gonna be the play. Wheelix is so heavy on such an early snowball, which okay, maybe at this point, good kill onto Guzzie there in the mid lane. Maybe that can happen.
I missed second blood too.
Yeah, but we got a second blood, guys. Woo!
Didn't get that one streamed either.
Yeah, man. Jeez, Captain, what are you doing?
I'm getting tired and hungry.
Yeah, me too, buddy. But here I am. I'm still working for it. Interesting we see double Vamp Shroud coming up from the solo laners as nice little stun here by Horse, but the Kumba big old mez will stop any further engagement here onto Afro. Oh, Sobek does get the pluck off onto Nuclear. Does he have Leaf? He does. Nuclear struggling in this matchup against Jordan right now.
I think
all game actually, all set. It's another blue buff invade. I'm loving this here from far out. Just put him behind. You know, Sobek's got pressure in lane. Nuclear can't contest that. I mean, I guess he could have tried to spit over the wall, but yeah, this is great. I mean, I hope that's a Genji's gonna go into just to mitigate this. You know, how he's not going to have mana sustain from the blue. But he doesn't. He goes into a tier 2 for bulk work, I'm assuming, but in mid, Stephson Pine, a bad positioning. And Guzzie will drop the good old Techno Argus right on his head, and down he goes.
Just watch Argus.
You gonna watch Argus? Trying to suicide the Argus looks like, but Argus said, nah, I'm gonna come with you.
Fam.
Yeah, I got some left to live, but Kumba did just Cyrus comes in on beautiful on the honor roll as well. I don't think the boar was enough to save him. Horus is ulting as well. Ult's out. Is able to get away in time and far out right now. Whew. They are playing this game beautifully.
Brave. Bolt.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm interesting enough. Guzzie, I wonder how much gold does Guzzie have in hand right now? Okay, yeah, I was like, God, he hasn't. He's had that tier 2 forever. He's got it back hopefully soon. But
I don't know if you have the Razor Trinity, but whenever you're streaming, it's such a good mouse to have for this because you can set like 12 buttons on your hand.
oh, well, I don't do any spectating anymore just because my poor little computer. No, I only do casting. I don't spectate. So. I mean, my skill set's better with the casting than the camera work. My camera work's mediocre at best, but I just don't have the best setup to do it comfortably. So yeah. Anyway, both Ickfalls online for hunters, both going leather cowl. Pretty standard hunter things right now. Actually, pretty standard across the board. I mean, conduit gem. Stuff's built it all 3 games. It did get buffed, so I think it is still like a solid starter item. I'm not sure if that's actually what you normally get with Raijin. If there's any like really good Raijin mid players, let me know. But
Wheelix made sure to be over there that time to get that blue for his solo.
There you go. Good communication. Nuclear
he's
just
on an island again.
Ooh, Nuclear though getting ganked here. Double gank does get the plug. Nice catch on the dash. Cerberus ulted towards him. Oh no! Motion completely misread that play. Did an up down. Nuclear's gonna get out of there. Has to expend the blink and the ultimate, but does get, Motion's ult. Does waste Motion's time. Not a bad trade at all. But I just thought it was weird that Nuclear decided to ult them towards where he was walking. He should have just ulted them away and then tried to run, but it worked out. He keeps going this Chronos pendant into Charon's coin start. I don't really like early Chronos. Unless the only god that I think maybe might have some utility with it is honestly Hell, but even still, there's better options for Hell even. So it's not a huge fan. I know coin got nerfed, but coin's still very strong, and there's just other items you can really go into if you really want to. But kind of interesting. I'm wondering why Nuclear did not finish his Genjis, which is I'm assuming that's what that's gonna be, and went into a tier 2 Pesty maybe by a Talisman. I'm not even sure what he's quirk. I guess because that got buffed too. I'm not sure which one of those he's really gonna go into. I think that splitting that's pretty weird. I think that's really hindering him here in this laning phase. But on the other hand, Supp went Tyrannical Helm and said he doesn't care about Cerberus damage. he just wants a bit of power from the minions here. So far, though, pretty slow compared to
the previous games.
Yeah, the previous games. I mean, we have 4 kills on the board. I can't remember exactly what it was at last 2 games. I felt like we had at least quite a few more.
One team was always up pretty significantly, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they were. So this is a really even game. I mean, it looks like Farah does have a slight gold lead, but it's like only 400, so not really relevant. Yeah. Oh, interesting enough, Farah actually has the gold lead, but Going Ghost does have the experience lead, so... Well, okay, gold lead went down to 25 now, with 200. Yeah, now it's 250. Yeah, it's fluctuated. So pretty much, Going Ghost does actually, I guess, technically have a small lead. Oh, Cerberus ults, but completely misses.
They're all Motion. I feel like both teams drafted very CC heavy. So because of that, they're not allowing the other team to really get kills very easily. Just peeling constantly.
Maybe Speedy in a tough situation does force into the ultimate to get out of there. Will be able to do so. They just can't shred him in time. But now a Wheelix getting jumped on here by Osiris. The order after comes out. A Wheelix. A-okay. Not much is gonna follow that. Also, make sure to print the items back on when you can.
I think we're gonna see them rotate over to here, try to get Kyberr.
Oh,
and then Kyberr roll back to gold.
Yeah, forced to use Tusky there. Does get Motion's bead. I don't know if he caught that. Hopefully he did so he can communicate. But also, yeah, make sure to bring the items back when you can. Oh, but Speedy in a tough situation. Argus does fall. Speedy dashes away. Argus is not going to be enough by itself to just kill Speedy. And what's it? Jeez, so many close calls, but no kills for either team. But they really want this Gold Fury. And looks like Far will look to pull it.
I'm not sure who has vision of it. I want to say it's Far Out.
Far Out does. Far Out does, but Wheelix behind does pull the beads. Is forced Suzuki away, and yeah, that's a Wheelix for you. And Far Out does secure it, but Honor in a tough situation dashes in a poor direction. But Seth uses the ultimate. Like I said, look what happened to use ultimate, dude. Look what happens. Don't make fun of me. Until you use ult more.
Wow.
Seth with a triple kill, and Kyberr getting one of those kills to be 4 kills total here for going Ghost. And once again, Far Out get the Gold Fury, but get practically team wiped in return, and that really didn't help much.
Oh, you can even see in the graphs, like, they get the gold and then immediately lose everything plus more.
Yeah, absolutely. They yeah, like I said at the start of this cast, this is actually a very important game here for Far Out and Going Ghost, because if Going Ghost lose, I still think, I mean, I think it's very unlikely, but if they lose today and tomorrow, there's a chance they might have to go through the gauntlet. And then Far Out, if they lose, I think they're pretty much almost set to be guaranteed to have to go through the gauntlet themselves. So if Far Out wins this and then win next week, they could pretty much guarantee playoff spot. So seeding is pretty important here for both teams. So it's a very important set. I think there's also a fight for first seed in the other Loki set that's actually started now. And unfortunately, one of those casts will actually probably have to wait. Probably will be casting on a different channel because we're stuck here with this game because they take a long time. But oh, Kumba blinks Mezes, and here comes Osiris. Does catch dash over the afterlife. Does connect, and Seth Senpai. I think that's his name, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's blurry. It's blurry on my end. I just know his name is Seth something. So Seth Senpai will fall, and good pick here by Far Out. Looks like they are gonna rotate over here to the dual lane. Kyberr spotting that out. Actually, the teammate spotting that out. Looks like communication to Kyberr. The backup, play the safe. Kyberr actually got a nice lead over Afro. Wheelix ults the Honor. And Buck should be able to get this with Feather Step. Yep, that Afro's dead. Did have the ultimate though. I'm surprised we didn't see Afro throw that out. Could have stopped the CC from the
I must say, Nuclear's been under a ton of pressure this entire game, and he's done a hell of a job of at least kind of stalemating this lane out. It looks like he's about to lose it, but he's not died. He's lost his blue a lot, which, I mean, it's unfortunate. But all in all, Nuclear's done a really good job to stay in this.
Nice spin here by Sobek to get the Wheelix off, and now the combination of him and motion will make sure Cairo just falls. No kill here for a Wheelix. And yeah, I mean, Nuclear hasn't gotten soloed yet, which is nice, but he is pretty far behind, about 2 levels now, and lost his tower. He's in a bad spot.
When I was originally noticing that, he was only like half a level down. That is not the case anymore.
No, I mean, this Sobek is it's tough. I mean, Wheelix did come over to help, and look what happened. And now Seth being looked at again here by Far Out. You know what? They're not letting that Gold Fury fight, you know, deter them. They are running at going Ghost, and it's taking the lead back for themselves. But, you know, mid and carry are definitely doing better for going Ghost, but the solo lane are out Far Out, and the jungle right now are got some nice leads. It's gonna be interesting to see how these team fights start breaking out.
Seth FJ says that Seth's making up for not ulting.
Oh yeah, he's proven to me that he fixes 4-key, and you know what? That's fine. Also, Nias, if you're still here in chat, remember, I think you owe me like $20 for criticizing your mid laner enough to where he would ult and win you guys games. So you're welcome. Anyway, CAD shield here for Horus, which I absolutely despise your support. First of all, I shouldn't even say that because
No,
being
support.
I mean, you should pick it up. But the cat shield item here is for the not what you want. I feel like there's just
Doesn't
better
help
items.
anyone.
Yeah, there's not enough. If you had like a Afro or a Hell or somebody on your team,
Yeah,
I think that could be worth
you have
it.
a
But
Guan Yu. You have
Mhm.
like one of those people that are really healing everyone else. Sure, but yeah, like you're saying, it's just you're kind of helping out Cerberus.
barely. I mean, it's
Because
just it's not enough. It's not the healing on your team is just not worth getting an item to boost it. So I don't like that pickup. It would make some more sense if you have a bit more sustain. Like I said, you just really don't. And Primal Fury up. Cerberus did make the rotations, but so does Sobek, and Sobek level 16. This guy's a big old boy. Got double physical defense and a pesty. He's gonna be hard to kill here for going ghost unless he just completely ends. But we'll have to see how he plays this. Going ghost though, just take the primal fear for free. There's this I don't even bother. That's super weird. I don't know why they did that. They weren't
going
low.
ghost isn't.
They had relics. They had alts. There was no reason to just
It's
let them take it.
it's really interesting. The far out team that won the first game versus right now, everything they were doing so right, it seems like they're not doing that anymore. Like, game one, they had wards everywhere. But I'm gonna let you take over on this call out here.
Yeah, Osiris just got a Lord of the Afterlife right in onto Horus, and Horus is dead and gone. I believe Going Ghost did get the Primal, or sorry, they got the Primal, but I think they also got the Pyro. But now they're in a tough situation. Nuclear just trying to get some farm. Pyro I don't think shows up. We don't have the fancy thing the SPL
It's right there.
casters do. Where?
See the
Pyro?
Yeah, Pyro shows up underneath their spawn, and since Going Ghost has the little icon right there ticking down, that means they got Pyro.
Interesting. Okay, so I was right. Anyway, I knew you had like the flame lit up at your spawn, but I didn't know you could actually see it on the mini map. So, all right, no fire giant fight. That makes sense. He only got one pick, not really in the best position just to take it, but kind of back to just farming up, and we do see Honor go something a bit different. Ickville, Aussie Rage. Ooh, actually, Nuclear being looked at again. This poor man just cannot catch a break. Everybody's in love with him, apparently, because they are all over him. Does use the ultimate, but gets stunned, which is absolutely silly how that can happen. I hate some of the interactions with his ult are so weird.
That counted for his ult?
Yep.
So he can get stunned out of his ult.
You can CC Cerberus in his not when you initially use it because he has CC immunity, but like when you're in the air hovering, you can CC him.
Someone could come. Oh wow, I didn't know that was a mechanic. Look at us both learning things here on this cast.
Oh, I knew it because it's happened to me and I hate it to death. It's
No,
so
I'm saying
annoying.
I didn't know that, and you didn't know about the map thing.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, you're right. You know what? Look,
this is an educational cast.
We're here to learn today.
Apparently, everyone decided just to back off mid. Fire.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I guess everyone's like, we're just dancing. Might as well farm, which I agree with to an extent.
How are their wards right now? I'm gonna find that button. There it is. Seth, get your wards out. Both the mid laners. Good God.
Oh goodness, yeah. That's not a good look. Shout out to Motion for the most awards right now. That's what I like to see. That's what we all like to see.
There's no
Everyone
word
else...
where you guys should be behind your solo laners.
Hey, don't talk about soul laners like that. Soul laners ward a lot. Let us be.
In the sense that statistically they should be the lowest.
I guess, but I disagree. Anyway. Oh, hey, what's up, Under? I love you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Fire Giant still up. Both teams. I mean, Onifear is gonna be up soonish. We got about a minute left. This is really interesting, like dancing they're doing. Oh, jumping. Oh, okay. Nope, we're gonna throw a sickle. Okay. Oh boy. A Wheelix taking a bit of poke from this Osiris, and that's not the best. Like, I mean, yeah, you got Horus heals, but gotta be careful. This is just so weird. They're all like all over the place. Actually, this is great for far out because Going Ghost completely separated, but they're not gonna engage on anybody. Most likely cannot see the fact that they all separated like that, so they're gonna play a little safe. So, wow, this is
a weird fight.
This is weird, yeah, because now some people are backing. Everyone's just grouping up around this mid side, mid right side.
It's weird because they literally just showed what they all walked over that ward. They have to assume that it's warded because they don't have a ward on it.
Yeah.
And just pinged all of themselves, showing like, "Hey, we're here," and then left fire or backed it up.
I'm not even sure.
And if they should actually be possibly going to get it right now because that.
Yep. Going Ghost has got Oni Fury, and they're a little late on this. They're gonna try to start pulling it, but why? You started way too late. Sobek and Hera aren't there, but they are coming. Oh my! But I don't think two members Going Ghost don't even think they're gonna do it. They do drop it. They gotta take this fight. But will they be able to get anybody? I guess they can try to get Horus. Nice pluck out of the Horus. Cerberus will actually peel a little bit forward, but it's not enough. Speedy will fall to the honor. And that's a couple alts, a couple relics. Actually, no relics outside of Going Ghost. They also have theirs, but Lord of the Afterlife does land on the Cerberus, but he's able to leap away into the right shit all the peel for his solo laner.
He's out of on her. And Wheelix just tried the ult.
Wheelix ulting the honor, but of course all you have to do is press beads and you're fine. Well, my goodness, this is good, just a good set. This has been really weird dancing, but Fire Giant is being pulled, but they have to be forced to back off. They're too low to stay on it.
Nuclear needs to get in there. Oh,
Nuclear taking a lot of damage himself. The other team really wants to completely.
Kyberr and Nuclear should have just stepped up into that and taken it. They all backed off like that. They left it with a quarter health.
Yeah, but they all didn't back right away. I mean, now they're backing, now they're splitting up, but they were also around there. That would have been really dangerous.
It would have, but I mean, the way they were pushing up, if Kyberr just jumped in and started shooting it, I feel like Kyberr could almost finished it while everyone else pushed up. I think. I mean, I'm in Loki for a reason.
No. I mean, fair enough, but Nuclear's still too low. He did get knocked out by the Fire Giant, so he's already a little healthy. Maybe if Speedy was there and could have tanked, maybe, but Nuclear shouldn't have tanked. I think Nuclear's too low. But now both teams are just gonna reset. All right, I guess.
This is gonna be FG or EFG before this actually goes down at this point.
Yeah, geez, neither team is gotta let this go.
Horus came out of spawn without wards.
Uh-oh, looks like he probably spent his gold to finish Pervin. Or he already put him down, maybe? Right.
Maybe,
well.
Yeah. I think he's realizing the mistake.
Oh, that's pretty... Artemis. Jeez, Kyberr. Really poor positioning. That could have been a massive punish, but does not get punished.
It's a huge ult for what's going to be a team fight soon.
Yeah, they're going to aggress right onto Motion, who is pushed up pretty far. Is forced to ult defensively. Raja pulls out the bongos, but no, Motion's still alive. And no, Felix falls. Motion's still up and kicking. Oh, Going Ghosts do lose a member, and that's huge for far out. Motion has to back, so it's actually a 4v4. So Going Ghosts can look to try to maybe possibly turn around. They do have Artemis ult. There's a huge Nuclear getting caught, but doesn't jump over the wall. Nuclear, that's gonna be okay. And now far out. aren't even gonna pull the objective right now. They are still waiting. At least try. You have motion back. At least try to bait. Do something. What are you guys doing? You got a pick. You could. Oh no, this is weird. Nuclear stepping up though. Maybe they'll look for him. Nuclear stepping up way too far. Oh, maybe he
Did
was.
he DC?
I think he I think he DC'd for a second there.
Because he walked straight into him and then he tried to turn around.
Yeah, I think he either lagged super hard or he DC'd into like the wall. I've had that happen where you like DC for like a quick moment, then next thing you know, you're in the middle of an entire team. So
It's down to a third. Horse Assault coming in.
Oh, Horse! Oh, will it be? Oh, this is actually really close. Will they actually be able to get it going?
Go, got it!
Oh, the Fire Giant! Oh, dude, take the fight though. They are not gonna let him get away with that for free. Kyberr falls. Horus on the run. Looks like they actually will only be able to get Kyberr, which is actually huge. That's the one character you really want to like, or the one person you really want to get it off is the carry. Oh, Farah are not happy about this, and my voice isn't happy about this because I am my voice is gonna get shot if this game keeps going like this. Holy moly!
Huge play out of Speedy right there.
Yeah.
I was calling Piccolo.
I don't. Speedy brought somebody with him. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Kyberr or Speedy who stole it. It was not the Horus alt. It was right after
It was
the Horus alt. Yeah, it was right after.
I mean,
I don't know who stole it. It was either Kyberr or Speedy. Either way,
it's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, that was wonderful. The great play by both of them. Oh,
And the timing on that is so difficult with Horus Assault because it's such a long cooldown. So it's very easy to pop it and get that timing wrong because they either burnt it faster than you thought or you dropped in way too early. Good job by Speedy getting behind that so that way they weren't knocked out and basically lose all the progress. Or does that not heal?
does not heal?
The Draugr.
Draugr heal? No, it doesn't heal you. It boosts your.
No, in the sense that if you pop out of its circle like any of the harpies or anything.
Oh, I'm assuming it heals up. Yeah, I'm assuming. You know what? I have not even ever defeated a Draugr since the game.
You sit on the other side of the map pretty exclusively.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I've only played ADC like once since that's been added. So. Because I don't really play casuals at all anymore. Anyway, going Ghost do get the Primal Fury, but Speedy now in a tough situation has ult out. Far out trying to get the pick, but they gotta be careful. Oh, motion is forced to ult defensively. Right now, I mean, going Ghost do have three members with Fire Giant buff. They don't need to play super scared, but this is what happened in game one. They did play scared, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, here they should be either going up left and rotating right, or really ideally going to the right, push that lane up, and just roll over with those three that have the fire. Just giving space. It looks like their Origen's trying to lead the way, which isn't ideal.
Yeah, I mean,
no tanks.
Seth's banging on the war drums. He's ready to go. Tower is gonna fall here. Well, they look for Phoenix. They only have 3 members. Kyberr does not have it, so Kyberr is not gonna melt it as hard as before. So they are not gonna go for it. They're gonna take the towers, take what they can get.
Smart play.
I also agree. But Motion doing the split push shenanigans again. They actually could look for Phoenix here. I would like to see it. I mean,
this is a rough Phoenix to go after, though.
No, they got minions pushed up. I think they yeah, I'm not sure. I would have liked to see maybe a push because they had the minions. They knew Motion was in right, but Motion is backing, so and they are gonna try to siege this. They absolutely do not have minions after Motion pushing that up, but they're kind of soft defending, but they are gonna decide to just let the tower go.
Fire's down now. Let's go ahead and get that all warded up. They don't have any wards right now, so they're going to want to good getting that one done because it's one less you got to deal with. But definitely back, reset, get your wards, get ready for that firefight.
Oh, you spend your mass amount of gold you all have, get those wards placed. Can we look at damage too, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Gold in hand, yeah. A lot of them still, probably a lot of them had over 2K gold.
Yeah. Motion running those damage charts. You're actually pretty low. You know what? This looks like these damage charts look like an SPL game for a 30-minute game, and only one person has over 10K. That's pretty crazy, especially in Loki division. So both these teams are playing these very safe and very like more methodical than.
I think we had this amount of kills in 15 minutes in both games.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like the last couple of games I feel like we had these kills already, but it'll be interesting to see how this next Fire Giant dance goes. It took forever for the first one. This is an EFG as well. I mean, if Going Ghost has it, that's a nice easy push into the bird since they've got those towers in the last push. If Far Out gets it, I mean, they should be able to get the towers, but we'll have to see.
Sorry, I had like
Fight it.
4 things pop up.
Far Out does end up kind of having control over the pit. They're kind of pushing Ghost out a little bit, but neither team could safely just pull the FG and kind of guarantee it because they don't have secure. Neither one does. I mean, you got very soft secure with like Raijin drums and Argus, I guess, but like our honor ult. But motion getting a little too greedy on the back line. It's taking way too much poke. It's so big, gets a nice block, but Going Ghost is aggressing right onto Jordan. Motion is forced to back, and I don't know if they know that or not, but Farah has to play this very safe. And Going Ghost may look to keep pushing. Maybe they'll back for FG here.
I think they've got a couple of gold. They might have at least one primal. So they can tear this down decently quick, but enemy team's coming in.
Yeah, enemy team is coming in indeed and forces them off. They actually taking a bit of poke. Sobek on the back line looking for Kyberr. Kyberr will fall due to motion. And that's one pick. They really want Seth though gets motion. I mean, Jordan also falls. There's a lot of low health bars here, but Seth with a double kill. This man, get him off the Raijin. What are you guys doing? You should have banned it when you could. And now Kumba is dashing away. But Guzzie being looked at here super low. Will they be able to get him? The spit does not finish him, but yeah, I was about to say if he's got breath up, it's over. They can end. Oh no, guys.
Low, but
oh yeah, I guess so.
They don't have their ADC either.
It's just Kumba.
Go get fire.
I guess.
Or get the middle Phoenix.
Oh
middle
yeah,
Phoenix.
I guess Kyberr is down. Yeah, this is strange. I mean, Kumba can't really do much to stop you. Left Phoenix, I guess so. It is the most
left
pushed
Phoenix
up.
is gonna be good. Yeah, this is a good call. I mean, they got to do something here. Use that advantage somehow.
Yeah, I mean, get the bird. I think this actually helps. I mean, I didn't think about the fact that Kyberr was dead, so yeah, I don't think they could have ended if they all committed anyway. They are going to try to split to try to get both birds. Oh, Felix might do it, but she's definitely going to lose her life here. Or should lose her life. Maybe? Oh, no. Motion does ult in. Wheelix in a bad spot, and that will be Wheelix's life. Far out, though. Have 2 birds down. Oh, that's weird. Far out, do have 2 birds down. Going Ghost. I don't know. I mean, Far out can't just easily get this EFG, though. Going Ghost can still try to get this. But Far out are going to start it anyways. Going Ghost should get here. They can't safely pull this without losing too much health to too much Titan health or whatever.
Am I getting pinged for?
Oh, they actually got a Fire Giant fight again. It's a 4v3. Sobek is coming in to make a 4v4 while Honor's in left. They're afraid to commit their ults, though. They had them up. They had some CC on them, but they're just going to let it go. Motion did back. I don't know if they have vision over there, but it should absolutely look to take this fight. Oh, don't get the Fire Giant right now.
Oh no.
Looks like they are gonna drop the minion or let the minions just push in on the left side, and it looks like they're gonna try to contest them for this EFG. But Going Ghosts are playing a little scared. I remember you got the birds down, you have an advantage. I mean, don't throw your life away, but like remember that they have to like defend those lanes. You can wait this out. But looks like they're gonna just try to hard commit onto the EFG. This is a super risky play. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Going Ghosts do get the EFG though. Speedy Piccolo and a Pickle. My bad. This bad spot. Nuclear gets a kill onto Afro on the back line over there. Seth being chased down by Motion. He is banging the drums a little bit, but it's gonna be enough. Motion super low. Double kill here for the Cerberus. Guzzie gets one himself in the return, but all that's left now is Kumba Karn. And that should be game, as minions are already destroying the Titan anyway. I mean, they didn't even need the FG. They could have just kept them distracted, as minions will be the way the game ends here. Going Ghosts 2-1 over Far Out.
That was an excellent set to watch and get to be a part of. I might have to dip out really quick here. The other set got done. Either way, we got to get off just because the other set is waiting.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll quickly finish this. 2,000 player damage out of the Horus. That's really rough. But 3,000 out of Kumba. I mean, whatever. GG's. I think.
Great set all the way around.
Yeah. Great set, absolutely. But GG's, I think both teams definitely have a lot of things to still improve on, but GG's are Going Ghosts. I'm 99% sure that guarantees their spot into playoffs now. I don't think they have to go through the gauntlet unless some crazy seeding stuff happens, but Far Out, I think maybe has a very slight chance of still getting to playoffs, but it looks like they will be in the gauntlet since they are now 4-4, I believe. So, and then Going Ghosts 6-2. But yeah, GG's. I am Black Mage VV. Earlier I was joined with Scopey, but he had to go to play his set, and the captain was my backup co-commentator and our production for today. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you check out the stream that is happening right after this one and on Valhalla League C1. Or I don't know if